Let's break it down. The broken baker's coming to town. From Denmark with love, watching courts go wild. American drama got me hooked like a child. Twists in the courtroom, objections all day. Live on the screen, come and join the fray. Step one, grab your coffee, settle in tight. Step two, laugh at the chaos left and right. Step three, Danish take on the law so crazy. Step four, hit subscribe, don't be lazy. Oh yeah! He's the broken baker, breaking down cases, real truth shaker. Witty and fun from across the sea. The broken baker set my free. Hey, hey, broken baker, Danish style so smooth. Legal madness in the groove. Yeah, join the live today. The broken baker's here to slay. High profile trials, witnesses spin. Alibis cracking, let the fun begin. Outside of you with a humorous twist. True crime fans, you don't wanna miss. Even when it's broken, we find the fun. Danish baker baking truth for everyone. The broken baker, yeah. Hit that bell, let's go
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whoever you are, and what, if any, you might be. And welcome to this YouTube presentation where we are going into the third day of the Brendan Banfield trial, where we will hopefully today figure out what the defense really. He cuts it too short in the back. The defense really want to prove what was why he didn't do it, maybe because someone else did do it, maybe. Someone was asking me yesterday why are they calling the nanny. And I said, well, all I can say after seeing this is her salmon. Baker and I need to have words. Oh, I don't like the tone of that. New haircut. Yeah, I'm getting my hair cut 2 days early because tomorrow I have Cougar Club, so I can't go get a haircut after. And Saturday I will probably be up early and then I'll sleep after. So I thought, nah, we'll just do it today. I had to go out and do some other stuff anyway, so I did that this morning. And yes, that person asked me, why did they call her yesterday and why did he ask the questions? And I've been thinking the same because, truth be told, her very monotone way of talking and his slowness made me kind of zoom out. So I was thinking about it, and the only thing I can come up with is they're trying to imply that he didn't plan it. There's no mitigating part of it, so he can get a lesser included. Did any of you see it differently after watching it yesterday? That's kind of where I got yesterday. Hey, Carol Sue, Sandy B, the one, the only, the Goosey. Hey, Sleuthy, Nefarious, and Marissa. Hey, Tiffany. And Shamrock. You were talking about periods earlier, and you didn't like my vampire joke the day before. Well, there's daytime jokes and there's nighttime jokes, Empire. We do it differently when we do it. And I wasn't talking about periods. I said this is what happens when you let Crazy Amy come on your show, because Crazy Amy is crazy.
Because Baker's like, let's go, let's fuck. Like, I'm down. I don't know everybody else.
That's why you don't have Crazy Amy on your show. And that was what Danny found out yesterday. Thank you, Katie. Hey, Peaches. Hey, Erica. And Winnie's mom. Do 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 Dixon do 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 Dixon do do. Hey, Dodo. And my, oh my, it's money sunshine. I'm in a mood today. I got some sleep. I am happy. It'll probably soon go over when I have to listen to Mr. Defense Attorney ask slow questions. But right now, we are enjoying it. And Jamie hopefully will join us, so I have her to yell at when everything gets boring, like it did yesterday. Turtle Boy just figured out who Crazy Ace is stupid April. Crazy Amy is stupid April. Yeah, well, I have this. I don't know why it just gets stuck in my head, and then people have that name. It's the same. Jedi Jess is Jemima, and I don't know why she's Jemima, but she's Jemima. And when I see her name, and I try to, oh, there's new people here, I better say her name. That's Jemima. I don't know why. So that's what's happened. Yeah, it's a little chip of Baker. Had a good stretch out session and all of that. Good morning, good morning. Why did the ram run off the cliff? It didn't see the U-turn. U-turn. I'm not sure I get that one. But for those of you who weren't here yesterday, nothing happened. We had the nanny on the stand, and they were trying to imply that she must have had a bigger role in it. Kept asking her about some text messages, 70 something text messages that was taken out of context, and nothing really happened. And that was just okay. And he kept her on the stand for 5 hours, and he in my opinion didn't move the needle significantly. He based his entire opening statements about, well, it must be someone else, kind of, maybe. And I don't know why. There she is. Hello, Jemima. Oh, the U-turn. You. Oh, it makes sense if I know the word. It's almost impressive how little actually happened. Yes, because when you, I think that's one of the things that you can learn from good attorneys. We always bring up Karen Reed. Let's try and leave that one out for today. Let's go back and talk about the case we covered last week with the body in the forest. A lawyer like her, you can tell she goes and she will figure out, oh, I'm not going to go anywhere this direction because this witness isn't going to take me there. And they can swing. This guy couldn't swing at all.
And transcribe the proceedings in this case to the best of your ability on a penalty of law. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Mr. Carroll, are we ready for the jury?
If I may,
Yes.
I'd like to address a preliminary matter.
Sure, you don't have to approach, they're not here, that's fine, that's okay.
I'm going to go through approximately 80 photos today
Okay.
with my jury witnesses
Sure.
throughout the course of the morning. Mr. Carroll has had the opportunity to look at those photos.
Could you just use the microphone? I'm
Yep,
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Mike, Elaine.
Mr. Carroll has had the opportunity to review those photos, but would like his client to do so. I
Okay.
believe it would take approximately 5 minutes, just because he's seen the pictures before. It's just understanding which ones I'm offering. If we could have 5 minutes for him to look at the photos, it would eliminate the need for me to say, offer into evidence,
Well,
offer into
that's something
evidence.
to do before trial. Court starts at 10. We have the jury ready.
Yes, ma'am, I did attempt to do that on a number of occasions. I don't think Mr. Carroll was able to get them to his client, which is the issue. On Mr. Carroll's behalf, I am asking that if we can take a few minutes for his client to review them, it would expedite the process of admitting them into evidence. They would be able to admit without
If you could
objection.
do it right
in
now,
bulk.
right here, I'm not going anywhere. We're ready to start trial.
As long as he can see them, Judge, that's the thing.
And they're connected, and I can scroll through them on his screen right now.
If that's what you want to do.
I feel like I have to.
Okay.
Yes, but she's good. And I actually
I
like
would
the
prefer that this
prosecutor
happens
says,
before
let's just
trial.
expedite
This is what I'm
it.
thinking.
So
I would prefer that this had happened before we're ready with the jury sitting behind, waiting for us. Do you have restitution?
Just let me know when you're ready.
well, she likes to run a tight ship, and again, I think she was wrong because the defense attorney couldn't show something to his client because he was just let into the room probably. Hey, Matt, how are you doing? What is her shirt under the rope? It looks like a baby blue. Do you call them Chinese colors? Like when you have a shirt that doesn't have a flip, we call them Chinese colors. Mods, if you're here today, there are certain YouTubers who doesn't have that much creativity who are out and about to try and drum up some content for their show tonight. So just if they come in and start their BS, just give them 20 seconds to think about it. The judge looks familiar because it's just Judge Ascarati from Virginia. It is the one who had the JDAH case. Hey, Goldie Dube. While we wait, why did the bicycle fall over? Because it was too tired. Her name is Ascarati, not Karate. No, we're not going to block anyone. That's not what we do on this channel. But if they, and I know they don't come to my Six String channel that often, but sometimes they do. And if they want to come in and do the, give us a soundbite we can play tonight, just give them 30 seconds to think about it. Oh, my First Amendment. You have all the right to say what you want. You don't have the right to take over my stream. So we cleared that one. Oh, and by the way, someone asked, why am I supporting Roberta Glass because she's anti-Karen Read? I'm not supporting her positions on Karen Read. I'm supporting the injustice by the foreskins, by copyright striking people. Because this is what you do when you fight for something. You don't look at who you're fighting alongside of. You fight the problem. So just because she's a weirdo who thinks that Karen Read did it, she shouldn't be copyright struck anyway. Because if it's not good enough for our friends, it's not good enough for our enemies either. Just because I saw someone was asking on the Twitch thread why I helped her. I'm just like, oh, I can't support Aiden. Well, then don't talk about justice because he's fighting the same fight Karen Read was. What's wrong with you women? I was still listening to Mushmouth and Molasses. No, she went off the screen yesterday. Yes, I needed
That
an
one will
early
not be
haircut
displayed.
because I have cougar class
Yes, we
tomorrow.
stopped at the last, at 1:56.
All right. And Mr.
Well, I
Chairman, you're not
try.
going to have any objections to any of these photos coming into evidence? Okay, all right.
Yes,
That'll be fine.
but I don't know.
ready for the jury
That's a
then?
bank
Yes, ma'am.
thing. I
Okay.
can't help her with that. I can help her if she doesn't know how to write a copyright reply. I can try and help her with that one. But I've never talked to Nurse Kim, so I don't need. She probably doesn't need my help. She's smarter than I am. You show your nails. I've been asking for. No, don't get into this. This is a morning show. Are these Fed fan things the nail beds? I don't know. I'm afraid to ask, Marissa, because these women are weird. Again, all inquiries about the weird stuff goes to Marissa. Oh, and Kiefer Sutherland apparently was arrested for attacking someone in a rideshare. But
All right, good morning, ladies and
as
gentlemen.
I understood it, he
All right,
was a
your next
passenger in it,
witness.
and he
Thank
wouldn't
you,
be
Judge.
let
The
out.
Commonwealth would call
I'll get
Officer
mad.
Kenner Fortner.
Fortner, Officer
Yes.
Fortner?
No. I don't take care of my nails. Baker wants to be the cheater in the cougar class. Well, I am happily single, so I can't cheat. Mr.
Do you
Joke,
swear or
the
affirm to
cheater.
testify truthfully in this case under penalty of law? I do. Thank you.
Actually, I think that's perfectly fine. If you won't let me get out of a car, if I paid for it and you're not withholding me on a citizen's arrest or something, what right do you have to detain me? I probably don't say I'm going to unalive you, but I would probably punch you straight in the face and try and get out of the car. Here, let's just Google. So, yeah. The defendant has very weird hair. I can't understand why it looks like Lego hair. I don't know. He also have weird eyes.
Thank you. Good morning, officer.
Good morning.
Can you hear me okay?
I can.
All right. Can you please state your name and spell it for the court record?
Kenner Fortner, Kenner Fortner.
All right. And how are you employed?
I'm currently employed as a sergeant with the Fairfax County Police Department.
How long have you been with Fairfax County?
I've been with Fairfax County for 10 years.
Were you assigned to a particular unit in 2023?
I was a crime scene detective in 2023.
All right. And were you in that role on February 24th, 2023?
I was.
Okay. On that date, did you respond to an incident on Stablebrook Way?
I did.
Why were you called out?
I was called out to assist with the scene documentation of a reported homicide.
And what was your role in that investigation?
I took scene photographs.
Okay. And let me hear from you. What did you observe?
Hey, Jamester. Welcome. I love that you took the yesterday off. That was so absolutely boring. I would rather have heard stories about how to crochet with your neck hair.
Morning, Baxter. All I caught when I was trying to lurk a little bit was she was reading messages about how she hated her lawyer. And I was like, oh,
She was Sarah Booning it.
yeah.
My lawyer hasn't called me. My lawyer is on vacation. I want my new lawyer. 76 or something like that messages. And she just said, I don't know. I don't remember.
Mhm.
I hate when a lawyer is so set on his way, he can't say, well, fuck, this isn't working. I'm going to go this way.
Yeah. So, I mean, was there anything I missed that was good out of it?
There was one point he had her a little bit rattled, and then he took a 45-second break, and then he went a different direction. He had her a little bit rattled, and then he was kind of getting into something about, was it him, was it you who made the accounts and set it up? My whole idea is he's not trying to get him off of unaliving her. He's trying to get him a lesser included. That's what I made up my mind about yesterday.
I think so, from what it sounds like. Because I mean, he's clearly guilty, but of
Yeah.
what?
It's yeah. Sue, YouTube is fixing problems again. Everyone enjoy it. The only thing I can say is try to refresh it. That's all I can say. And thank you, YouTube, for putting you were blocked by the channel when you do the bot thing. That's so nice of you to give us the shit. Someone wrote me yesterday. They had, oh, you've been blocked. That happened with the, when like Sue, when she get botted. Someone sent me and said they got a message that you've been blocked by the channel. That's so nice of you giving us the responsibility, and we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who's this
upon
guy?
your arrival.
He's an officer who was out there to document the crime scene.
Okay.
When I arrived on scene, the scene had already been secured by patrol officers. Christine Banfield had been transported to the hospital, and the only person remaining within the scene was Joseph Ryan, who had been declared deceased.
So let me start you with some photographs.
Oh, and Marissa actually had a complaint yesterday. She didn't get her membership chat. And 25 months saying, oh, look what showed up the day after I asked. Well, Jamie is back on the show, so she clicked it on.
That was all me.
Yeah.
I appreciate me. Good job, Jamie.
Queen, we are continuing day 3 of the Brendan Banfield trial. Hopefully something happens today.
Judge, if I can offer into evidence Commonwealths 80 through 89 and have those published to the witness,
All right.
the jury,
80
and the gallery.
Through 89 in evidence and can be published to the jury and gallery. No objection. Great.
Giggity.
All right, thank you. So starting with this first picture, Commonwealth's 80, starting outside of the home on Stablebrook Way, how many cars did you observe?
There were 4 cars of interest.
Okay, and this picture here, what do we see?
This is a black Hyundai Tucson.
Were you able to later determine who it was primarily driven by?
It was a government-owned vehicle registered to the IRS, driven by Brendan Banfield.
All right, thank you. And in this photograph, we see 2 more vehicles. Can you tell me about them?
Yes, so in the driveway, the vehicle parked in the left spot of the driveway is a navy blue Volkswagen ID that was registered to Christine Banfield. The silver Jeep Cherokee on the right parking
Nice car.
space is registered to a Constance Ryan.
All right. And this particular vehicle, this photograph was taken in your shop, is that correct?
This was taken in the crime scene vehicle bay. It was originally parked in the cul-de-sac.
Okay, and do we know who this car
You're
was
seeing
registered
evidence.
to or driven by?
This vehicle was registered to a Brendan Banfield.
Okay,
Is that 82? Just for the record, when you
Oh my
show.
God,
Yes,
that
ma'am, I
picture.
apologize.
That's fine.
so this was 82,
Okay, thank you.
the white Ford Fusion. All right, moving into the basement of the home, is it entirely below ground or does it have an above ground exit?
The basement exit is a walkout style, which is level to the ground.
Okay, and can you describe the layout of the basement?
Yes, so if you are standing at the basement stairs, directly to your left at the doorway here leads to an unfinished storage area. If you can continue forward a few feet, you'd be standing in the living room area of the basement, which also included a desk and computer. To the right of the living room area is a bedroom. And then to the left of the living room area was a home gym workout area.
Oh my.
And then if you orient yourself to where you're now looking at the workout area with the living room behind you, along the left wall was a bathroom. And then finally, another door which led to the same storage unfinished area.
So in your walk through the basement, did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
No.
Okay. Looking at this photograph here, Commonwealth's 83, can you tell me, was there a gate at the bottom of the basement stairs?
There was.
Okay, from the photograph, it appears to be about hip.
Sorry, is it cat food or something in that little bowl in front of the stairs?
Might be dog food, right? Because I had a dog.
Yeah, well, but it is a food bowl.
It looks like it.
It's just a very weird position having it.
Well, is that in the basement or whatever?
Yeah, this is the basement stairs that's coming down here, and it's
'Cause I
right.
thought they
into-
said they put the dog down there, so maybe they put the food bowl down there, just like set it down there.
Yeah, but they also put the daughter down there. But still, why the hell would you put it right in front of the stairs? That's my question. Put it over here in the TV room.
Well,
Because you're going down there, you're not really looking, and you're stepping in this. This is Jamie. I'm safety first, you know that. Double wrapping all the time and stuff like that. Don't leave food bowls at the bottom upstairs.
I
That's
think
what I
that was
want to say.
just a hasty spot they just put it in when they, because I remember them saying they put the dog downstairs because obviously the guy was going to be coming over.
Jamie,
So they
let me
probably just
say,
threw it down there.
let me say, like I say in traffic, speed kills. So hasty will get someone to break their leg on this one.
Basement stairs?
There was.
Okay, from the photograph, it appears to be about hip height. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay, well, my hips anyway. Perhaps someone taller, it's lower, but did it look like it was intended to serve a purpose?
At the time that I found it is as it was in this photo.
All right. Did you notice a lock on the door at the top of the basement stairs?
Yes.
Okay, so looking at Commonwealth's 84 here, is that a photograph of the lock that you observed?
That is a photograph of the lock that I observed.
Okay, was it engaged when you saw it?
No, it's as it was.
Okay.
Thank you, Hellfish, for 9 months. Cream pied long enough time to make a baby baker. It is enough time. Yeah, and this lock is perfectly fine. Thank you, Hellfish.
Moving up to the first floor, there was a kitchen and a living area?
Yes.
Okay, so looking at Commonwealth's 85, is this a photograph of the angle of the living area from the kitchen?
Yes.
Okay. In this photograph, can I draw your attention to the window area and the stationary object in front of it? Can you
Yes.
tell me what that was?
That was a bar cart style counter with 2 bar stools in front of it.
Okay. What, if anything, did you find in the kitchen?
There was a laptop on the kitchen island.
So here in Commonwealth's 86, are you able to see the laptop?
Yes, it's on the right-hand
Is
corner.
it the black object here in the corner?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
They have a nanny. How is their house
Did
so
you find
cluttered?
what was later identified as Christine Banfield's cell phone?
Yes.
Looking at Commonwealth's 87, is this the bar cart you previously described?
It is. This is the back side of the bar cart.
Okay, and where did you find the phone?
The phone is going to be in the middle top drawer of this bar cart.
All right, so looking at Commonwealth's 88, is that the drawer you're talking about extended?
Yes.
Okay, and what do we see there in the middle of the drawer?
It's going to be the cell phone in question.
All right, Commonwealth's 89, is that the cell phone?
Yes.
And Commonwealth's 90, is this the backside of the phone that you found?
Yes.
90 we hadn't put in evidence yet, so I took
Oh, I
that off the
apologize.
screen. So do you want 90 in
I do.
evidence? And I understand there's no objections on 90 in evidence. Okay, go ahead. Thank you, Shannon.
Judge, I would then offer Commonwealth's 91 through 97 into evidence.
All right, again, I understand there's no objection. Okay, all
And I
right.
apologize, Judge, I think I had said 98 originally and was just not clear in my speech.
Okay,
Thank you. All
90
right.
to 97, okay.
Detective Fortner, did you have the opportunity to then move upstairs in the home?
Yes.
All right, and did you take photographs of the bedroom belonging to Juliana?
Yes.
Okay, is this that bedroom?
This is her bedroom.
And how did you identify this bedroom as hers?
There's a Brazilian flag, excuse me, above the bed, and I also was able to locate an expired Virginia driver's license for Juliana on a dresser.
All right. Commonwealth's 92, is this still her bedroom?
Yes.
What is it that we see on the dresser to the left?
There are hygiene products.
Her personal effects?
Yes.
All right. Commonwealth's 93, is this Juliana's closet?
This is.
All right, was there anything that caught your attention in that closet?
There were red lingerie-style clothing items, and then the yellow
my.
T-shirt with the green border on the sleeves.
Yeah, she has her bras. Shouldn't she have them in her closet? Why is that drawing attention to it? That she has some. Isn't it in 10 things they say if they have black underwear, they. Is it red underwear in 10 things they hate about you? I'm not sure. Thank you, Hellfish, for giving child support for Set Baby. Thank you so much. And the yellow jersey is just her. It's the Brazilian national football team jersey. Every Danish guy has a Danish national team jersey as well.
The Danish team, number 7.
Number 7,
Did
yes.
you have the opportunity to
Best friends with
look
Iris.
for any signs of forced entry in the home?
I did.
Okay, and did you make any observations that would have indicated there was a struggle at any other area in the home other than the primary bedroom?
I did not locate any obvious signs.
Thank you. Did you have the opportunity to return to the home on October 13th,
I meant it was
2023?
black.
I did,
Why were you there on that date?
for a subsequent search warrant.
Okay, and on that date, did you again photograph the house?
I did,
Did you inspect the bedroom that had been Juliana's?
yes.
Directing you to Commonwealth's 94, is this the same room?
This is the same room.
How were you able to identify it?
The Brazilian flag above the bed.
Did you notice that anything had changed?
There were no longer any items in the closet.
How about anywhere else in the room? Were her personal effects still on that dresser, if you recall?
I do not recall the dresser.
Okay. Did you eventually find her clothes?
I did.
Where did you find them?
They had been moved to the primary bedroom's closet.
Commonwealth's 95, is this the primary bedroom closet?
Yes.
And was there anything that you saw in the closet that made it clear to you they were Juliana's clothes?
There were the red lingerie style clothing items and the yellow t-shirt with the green hem on the sleeves.
All right. And Commonwealth's 96, another angle of the same closet?
Yes,
And we see the yellow and green shirt there on the second row?
yes.
All right, thank you. Had there been any other changes in the primary bedroom?
They had gotten new flooring, new bedroom furniture, and pictures that had once featured Brendan and Christine had been taken down and replaced with Brendan and Juliana together.
So showing you Commonwealth's 97, is this the primary bedroom?
This is,
In October of 2023, 8 months after the murders.
yes,
And I'm gonna zoom in here. Is this one of the photographs you were speaking of?
Yeah,
is.
that's a little too
Okay.
soon, dude.
And do you see others in the room?
yes, that is a second photo.
Okay. All right. Detective Porter, I don't have any other questions for you. Please answer any directed to you by Mr. Carroll.
All right, cross-examination.
Detective Forder, there's just a couple of questions based on some of the things that you said, not too many. Cummel's number 94 is obviously a picture, and in a moment it shows something, but there was questions asked about you doing an investigation as to any other signs of struggle or forced entry in the house other than the master bedroom.
Yes.
Okay, describe for the ladies and gentlemen of the jury, what would you do to come to the conclusion that there was none of those things?
So I would inspect all of the doors to see if there are any obvious signs or damage to the framing of the door, which I did not find. There were no debris found on the ground to indicate anything had broken. In terms of the furniture in the house, I didn't see anything turned over in an unusual manner to indicate there was struggle or forced entry anywhere.
When did you do that in relation to the incident?
So when I first arrived on scene, my primary task was taking scene photos as everything was, and as I was doing that, I was also checking those areas.
Okay, so this happened instantaneously on February 24th.
Upon my arrival, yes,
And when was that?
just after 9 a.m.
Okay. And so at that point, had you had any sort of a briefing as to what the expectations were with this crime scene?
Just that it was a report of a homicide.
Okay. Was there anything that suggested a break-in or anybody say there was going to be a break-in?
No, no one had indicated that.
Okay. So this is just something that you do as part of your crime scene duties?
Correct, just documenting.
Okay. And it wasn't surprising for you, after you kind of heard more about the case, that there weren't forced entry or other signs of struggle anywhere other than the master bedroom?
I wouldn't expect to see struggle anywhere other than the master bedroom.
Okay.
Struggle.
Now,
Oh my. Oh my. I know what kind of struggle.
The places where you chose to take pictures, were you directed to take certain pictures, or do you just go ahead and just take as many pictures as you can and then see where it goes from there?
So my ultimate goal when I'm taking scene photographs are to take overall photographs to indicate everything as best I can. Typically, these come from the four corners of the room from different angles. And then if there's an area of interest, I then come in and take mid-range and then close-up pictures of those items or areas of interest.
And those were your decisions, I guess, was the question I was asking.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know any further questions.
All right, redirect.
Nothing, Your Honor, thank you.
Is this witness subject to recall?
He is not.
Do you need to, okay, you're free to go, sir. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Your Honor.
All right, your next witness.
Just to prove that this is an old replica T-shirt of number 9. That's Preben Elkjær. He was our greatest striker back in the 80s, but a lot of us still love him. Well, I'm turning 27 next week, so I don't know him that well like other people, but we and those stripes are weird. And then this is just a generic. That was their warm-up jersey for one, but it's a little thicker, so it's nice to have on when you're outside watching a cold football match. But yeah, everyone has. We are very nationalistic in Denmark, so that's why.
Isn't that cute?
It is. Spire says, "What did the crocodile wear to the beach?" Crocs. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, Inspire.
They were actually called Bolsje, which is hard candy. The Bolsje-drengene, hard candy boys, because they had candy stripes.
The hard candy boys.
No, they weren't called the hard candy boys. Well, it's hard candy, like a candy cane. That
Mhm.
sugary thing that don't you call them hard candy or something? We call them Bolsje. So, well,
They call like
Detective O.J.
candy
Falk.
cane. There's a candy cane.
no, when you have, it's kind of like a candy cane. It's made of the same material, but they're like just like as you kind of like like when you have I don't know what you call it, Jamie. Hard candy. Kind of like when you have like a cough drop.
Oh, okay.
But
I
like
mean, yeah, hard candy. Yeah.
yeah, a hard candy. So they were called the hard candy boys, them and the handball team, because they had those candy cane stripes. Looked horrible.
Detective Falk?
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Oh, it's William Shatner.
Good morning, sir. Can you please state and spell your name for the court record?
Olin J. Falk IV. Falk spelled F as in Frank, A-U-L-K.
Just, you have to
Directing
say
your attention to February 24th of 2023. On that date, how were you employed?
Fuck the
I was
force.
employed as a crime scene detective with the Fairfax County Police Department.
Are you now retired?
I am retired.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Taking you back to that day, did you have the opportunity to investigate a vehicle later determined to belong to Joseph Ryan?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay. What were you able to see upon your inspection of that vehicle?
Within the vehicle, on the driver's floorboard, there were 2 red cellular phones laying underneath the brake and the gas pedal.
All right. I'm going to show you a picture that's been marked as Camels 155. I'm going to ask that that be admitted into evidence along with 156 and displayed to the jury and the gallery.
No objection, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Detective Falk, do you recognize this photo?
Yes, ma'am.
Are those the telephones that you observed in the vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
And directing you to 156, is that another photograph of the phones?
It is with the door open.
Okay. And were those items collected as evidence to your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am, they were.
Okay. Had you disturbed them prior to taking these photos?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so that's where you found them.
Yes.
All right. That's all I have for this witness, Judge. Thank you.
All right, cross-examination. All right, is this witness subject to recall?
He is not.
All right, you're free to go, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next witness.
I think we're going to get to a lot of Cellbrite today. Oh, he has a binder. This is Cellbrite.
Thank you. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, ma'am.
Can you please state and spell your name for the court record?
It's
Oh, yeah, he's
Terry
got
Leach,
the-
Terryleach.
How are you
Got
currently
that big old
employed?
binder.
With the Fairfax County Police.
Are you assigned to a particular unit?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do for that unit?
I'm a detective with the Major Crime Scene Unit.
All right. How long have you held that position?
I've been with the crime scene unit for 22 years, with the last 8.5 in major crimes.
All right.
Haley Miles, we couldn't call them the soccer boys. Well, they played soccer if you're American, but that would just sound weird. So you boys suck a lot? Well, they did. So
Were you employed in that role on February 24th, 2023?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. On that date, did you respond to an incident at Stablebrook Way?
Yes, ma'am.
Approximately what time did you arrive?
It was approximately 9:44 a.m.
All right. And who was on scene when you arrived, if you recall?
Whenever I got on scene, there was several patrol units, homicide detectives. From my unit, there was Detective Falk, Detective Fortner, Sergeant Fortner now, and Detective Szyminski and myself.
All right. What was your role in this investigation?
I was assigned as the lead crime scene detective.
And what are the general responsibilities of a lead crime scene detective?
The lead crime scene detective is the primary liaisons between the crime scene section and the lead homicide detective. We're also responsible for managing the scene, delegating out tasks. We also work if there's any need for any more personnel or equipment. We work with our supervisors. And after we clear scenes, we're responsible for all the evidence handling, documentation. If there's any lab submissions or anything like that, we take care of it.
And that will carry through to today, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so if we want evidence, it's coming from you, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. When you entered the Banfield's primary bedroom on that day, February 24th, 2023, what were your initial observations?
When you first go into the bedroom, on your left-hand side would be I call it a sitting area. It's like a little side room. We're separated from the main bedroom area by a see-through fireplace. In the main room, you had a bed, and it had a nightstand on each side. To your immediate right would be a long dresser with a TV on top of it. On the far wall was a tall dresser. On that same wall as the dresser with the TV was the double doors that led into the primary bathroom, which then had a closet off of it.
Okay. How did you and your team go about documenting this scene?
Once we did our initial walkthrough, we first did photography, we did all our photos, and then I had Detective Szymanski go through with the Faro laser scanner.
All right, tell me about that Faro laser scanner. What does it do?
The Faro is a laser device, and it sits on top of a tripod. And what it does, it uses LiDAR technology. It will spin 360 degrees. As it's spinning, it'll do laser measurements. It'll do millions of points of measurement. And then once that's completed, it'll go around one more time, and it'll take photos. Then when we process it back at the office with software developed just for that scanner, it will create 3D models and 2D models. The 2Ds are called orthos, and all that is, it's a bird's eye view of what the scanner built.
You shared one of those orthos with me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, I'm going to ask at this point in time to admit into evidence Commonwealth's 98 under seal and publish it to the witness and the jury.
All right, no objection, correct? Okay, 98 under seal.
Can you see the Faro on your?
Yes, ma'am. It's the ortho scan of this second floor.
Okay, so help us orient, and it's a really busy picture, you would agree?
Yes, ma'am.
There's a lot going on because this is an interpretation of what was actually present at the scene from this angle and aerial view. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
We're at
if you can see
1.25,
where I kinda
so it's
zoomed us in here
almost
to this black
normal.
rectangle at the top that my cursor is on. What is that?
That's going to be the foyer to the main floor, the bottom
Okay.
floor. What happened is why it's black is the Faro is a line of sight.
So it drops down. It's 2 stories, right?
It's a
The foyer
2 stories,
is
a
wide
very
open.
tall foyer, yes, ma'am. And
Okay.
that's the stairs to the left, right there. That would be the
Yep.
stairs coming up from the landing.
Okay, tell me about, on the left of our screen, this bedroom here.
That was the Peres bedroom.
Okay, and if I zoom out a little bit and reorient us, what's going on in this bedroom in the far left lower corner?
That's the Banfield's daughter's room,
Okay, and this middle bedroom?
guest room.
Okay, so taking us back out to the hallway and then shifting over, which, we're gonna do it like that. What room is this?
And that's going to be the primary suite, primary bedroom.
Okay, and that's the far right of Commonwealth's 98, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In looking at this bedroom, we have a bed, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You spoke of a dresser. Is that this object that my cursor is on here?
That's the dresser with the TV on it, ma'am.
Okay. And this area that I'm cursoring over, is that the passageway into the bathroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, which would then make this room the bathroom, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now that we've oriented ourselves, was Joe Ryan's body still on scene when you arrived?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And approximately how long did his body remain on scene while you did your work?
It was there for several hours.
Okay. And is that how long it took you to document the scene?
We had to get a search warrant, doing the scene documentation, waiting for the medical investigator to arrive on scene
Okay. When was his body removed?
later in the
recall?
day. It was
Later.
it was that day, but as soon as the medical investigator arrived.
Okay, but
Later in
your
the day.
work continued after his body was removed, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Judge, I'm going to offer exhibits 99
Okay,
through 101 under seal.
all right, and no objection, correct? Okay. 99,
And-
100, and 101 under seal.
Thank you, and if they can be shared with the witness and the jury. All right, starting here with Commonwealth's 99. This photo depicts what? What do we see here?
And that's going to be a photo from the bathroom back out into the main area of the bedroom, and that is Joe Ryan's body.
Okay, is this how the scene looked when you arrived?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so before you had begun processing any of the items that you eventually collected?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Commonwealth's 100, is this a photograph of Joseph Ryan's body?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what observations did you make about his body upon your arrival?
Upon arrival, I was documenting was first that his shirt was pulled up. There was a chest seal on the left side. The hands, right hand was in that position as you see it here, along with his right hand. The pants were unbuttoned and disheveled in the front. Right leg was straight, and the left leg is underneath the bed with a purple pillow over it.
Did you do any investigation to determine whether or not that was the position of his body when first responders arrived on scene?
Once I had access to the body-worn camera, I watched that to see what the officers originally came into. And when they first came in, the shirt was down and the hands were across his chest.
All right. Looking at this photo around Joseph Ryan's head, what is his head on? Let's start with that.
His head was resting on the dog bed.
Okay. And there's a checkered cloth there as well. Were you able to determine what that was?
Underneath there was a pair of pajama bottoms, that's what I refer to as pajama bottoms, and a pair of black underwear.
All right.
Oh my.
And tell me about this blood stain that we see immediately below on this photo, Joseph Ryan's head.
Talking about the one man on the carpet?
Yes.
There's a flow pattern. It flowed from Mr. Ryan's head, flowed across and down onto the floor where it started to pool and collect.
All right. Was there blood anywhere else on Mr. Ryan's body that you observed?
There was blood on his face, hands, there was some on his clothes, there was some on his chest, arms.
All right. Did you notice anything about the bed frame? I'm going to zoom in just a little bit if I can. Here. What is that mark?
Bed frame had chipping. It's a laminate material over the bed frame, and you see where pieces were broke off. There's this one large piece. And later when we continued on investigating, you could take your fingers in that area and you could pull the laminate in that area.
I'm going to move you to Commonwealth's 101. Is this another angle of the same area of the scene?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And again, we see the chip in the bed frame here, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You indicated Joseph Ryan's legs were under the bed.
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
that accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Judge, I would move to admit photographs 102 through 123.
All right, and there's no objection, correct? All right, 102 to 123 in evidence. Thank you.
All right, looking at Commonwealth's 102. It appears that the scene has changed, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what has happened since the last photograph?
Since the last photograph, Joe Ryan's body was removed. The blankets and things that you saw on the floor, they were picked up and moved.
And what did you observe now that the items had been removed on the bed frame itself?
On the bed frame itself, if you come over here to if you're viewing the photo, be on the left-hand side, we found one blood stain on the side of the frame.
All right, I'm going to move then to Commonwealth's 103. Is that the area where you observed the blood stain?
Yes, ma'am, it'll be to the right of the ruler.
We're going to zoom in one more time, 104.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the blood stain.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you later send a swab of that suspected blood out for testing as item 71?
Yes, I did, ma'am.
Looking at Commonwealth's 105. We're back in time before the items were picked up, but let's talk about those items that you collected. What was in this pile of fabric that we see here?
I had 2 blankets, a sheet.
What?
Thank you so much, YouTube. Oh,
Oh,
You to Commonwealth's 106. Is this that blanket?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what you've done with it here.
This is back at our facility to document it. I hung it before we could do photos of it and document the blood stains on it. What you see is the top part would be what was near the dresser, and the stuff you see, the stains you see down towards the bottom was what would be towards the foot of the bed.
And those stains appear gray in this photo. Is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And let's look at Commonwealth's 107. Is that the reverse of the blanket?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the Sherpa side?
Yes, ma'am.
I can do that.
And
Well,
again, the
Smoothie,
dark marks
just
we
go
see,
back.
what are those?
Blood stains.
20 seconds, because I wasn't.
Commonwealth's 108.
They haven't shared anything, and then just.
What is this object?
And that would be the sheet.
Okay, and again, where is this photo taken?
This photo was taken at our facility.
Okay. The marks we see on the sheet, what are those?
More blood stains, ma'am.
All right, and there was a lighter blue blanket you mentioned?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Commonwealth's 109. Is this that blanket?
Yes, ma'am.
And again, what did you observe on the blanket?
More blood stains.
Okay, so let's talk about Commonwealth's 110. What is this object?
That's the towel, ma'am.
Okay, so again, where was this towel located?
On the floor with all those bed linens near the foot of the bed.
Did you happen to, in your review of the body-worn camera, see where the towel was when first responders arrived?
It was a little bit further away from the bed.
I
When
don't.
the first responders came, you could see the bed linens and things from firemen, patrol officers trying to do life-saving. The linens and stuff started to roll and move towards the bed more.
Was this towel on Christine Banfield?
No, ma'am.
Does this towel have any evidence of heavy staining or blood absorption?
In my opinion, no, ma'am.
So these blankets were moved as the officers addressed Christine Banfield's injuries and attempted to rescue Joe Ryan. Could the blankets that we saw a moment ago have transferred blood to the carpet as they were moved?
Yes,
Were they saturated?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so there was a lot of blood on those items.
Yes, ma'am.
Could have ended up on the carpet as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So looking at the carpet, can you approximate here where Christine Banfield's body was found? This is Commonwealth's 111.
I use body-worn camera. I watched the body-worn camera to determine that, and it would be the stain that you see on the right hand.
They haven't shown any evidence, and now it's just, hey, you want to look, see how a slaughterhouse looks on the inside? Take a look at this one.
Side. That was the vicinity of her head.
What did you find when you removed the carpet relative to these stains?
What we ended up doing was we pulled the carpet back. Our question was we wanted to see how far down the stains would go. And when we did that, we found that the stain on the left-hand side, underneath the carpet is a foam pad, and then you got the subfloor. The blood soaked through the carpet, through the foam pad, and then onto the subfloor, and created another stain there. The stain on the right, same scenario, again, is soaking down through. But when we got to the subfloor, there was just a little stain, a much smaller stain than what we found from the stain on the left-hand side.
So to summarize, there was more blood deposited in the stain on the left-hand side than the right.
Yes, ma'am.
You need your microphone, Mr. Carroll, I cannot hear it.
I would object to Ms. Sand's conclusion as to what the detectives just commented on in terms of her question.
What's the objection?
Well, I believe it's without foundation, and I believe that she's leading.
Overruled, all right, good, continue.
Oh, she's leading all the time.
Let's talk about the areas of the carpet that you had tested. Looking at this photograph, and we'll zoom in just a moment, but did you have either of these two large stains tested?
No, ma'am.
Okay, why not?
When I presented to the state lab with the evidence that I had, they didn't see the probative value in it.
All right. Did they give you any explanation for
Because
why?
her body was there.
Okay.
So
So looking at Commonwealth's 112, did you take swabs from the stains on the carpet that we see here?
yes, ma'am, if you take where the scale is at and come below it.
All right,
Like
that large
Yes, ma'am.
stamp, if you will.
They're
ma'am.
really putting
Okay.
it all up there.
And was that item 42?
That was item 42. I did another swab, which would have been item 43.
Normally they don't
If
show
you come
blood.
above the scale, you'll see another stain in there. What I did is I took another sample from the center of it.
And when we're talking about these two stains, to distinguish, we've got 43, and the shape of 43 is different from 42, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how would you describe 43 as a stain?
That stain to me, it was passive blood droplets falling down onto
Okay.
the carpet.
And what was different about 42? What kind of stain was that?
42 was one large concentrated stain.
There you go, Marissa.
Thank you. I'm going to direct your attention to Commonwealth's 113. Did you find a knife?
Yes, ma'am.
And where was the knife found?
The knife was found underneath the blankets, between the edge of the blankets and the bed. And the only thing we could see when we arrived was the handle. And the knife was sitting on its backside, so it's blade up. And then the handle was towards the bed.
Did your review of the body-worn camera tell you anything
Findings
about
will
the
have
final
to be
position of the knife?
panel.
This is not the original position of the knife.
Okay, so what did you observe on body-worn? I think we've all seen it too and talked about it, but what did you observe on body-worn?
On body-worn camera, the blankets were If you're viewing this photo, the blankets have been more to the left. The knife was completely exposed, and you could see during the life-saving,
He had 1.2. Did he had 1.2 point of or 1.2 liters of blood in his chest cavity? He was bleeding a lot. So yeah. Yeah, YouTube, it's just red wine. Yeah. But no, there's a lot of blood on the scene.
that officers and firemen stepped on the knife a few times, and they got kicked and moved around as they were trying to work.
Okay. Did you collect this item?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you send it to the lab for testing as item 10?
Yes, ma'am.
Going to have you look.
They might, because they can see it as I am trying to promote bad stuff. So it happens sometimes. That's why we try to hide it, us YouTubers. Court TV can probably get away with it because they have a bigger legal section than I have. My legal section is COC.
Good. Commonwealth's 114, is that the knife and the photograph
Yes.
that accompanied it to the lab?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. So let's talk about guns. Commonwealth's 115. Did you observe any weapons at the scene other than the knife?
Yes, ma'am. There was 2 handguns.
Okay, can you describe those 2 items for me?
One gun was a Glock 19M with a light kit on it, and the second one was a Glock 43X.
All right, is this photograph of the 19M?
Yes, ma'am.
And the flashlight, you mentioned the light on it that you said, is that the red ring that we
Yes.
see at the end?
Yes, ma'am. It's the light kit. It's a flashlight underneath the barrel of the gun.
Okay. Were you able to identify who owned that weapon?
It was Mr. Brendan Banfield's duty weapon.
Where was it located upon your arrival?
When I arrived, it was on the left side of the bed, about halfway, resting on its right side.
Again, after reviewing body-worn camera, were you able to determine if that gun had been moved?
It was moved, ma'am.
All right, do you know where it was moved from?
It was moved from the front left corner of the bed. It was resting on its left side with the grip portion near the closest to the edge.
Okay, if we're looking at the bed, if I'm standing at the foot of the bed, is it on my right or is it on the left?
Be on your right.
On my right, okay, perfect, thank you. Looking at Commonwealth's 116, orienting myself, this is the primary bed, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and on the right hand of this photo, is that where you observed the gun?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, on the body-worn camera.
Yes.
Okay, and was there any residue on this sheet?
There was 2
Yes,
blood
he
stains
was
on
an
that.
IRS agent.
The
with a
one
duty
on the
weapon.
right near the edge, and then there's another one on the front edge. And that was from medical waste, because when I picked up that evidence, that when we were clearing off the bed, when I picked up those items, there was blood on them.
Okay, did you send this sheet to the lab for testing?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'll show you Commonwealth's 117. Did you make the markings on the photo here?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
red that we see? What were you intending to communicate with the markings that you have on the sheet?
I spoke with the state lab about what we were requesting for stains, and because I knew the one was from medical waste, there was no need to process that, because we know where it came from, the point of origin. But the one on the right-hand side is the one I wanted, and so I sent this so they could have a reference to what I was talking to them about and showing it to them.
Okay, if you had just sent the big old sheet to the lab without any specifics, what would have been the response?
They would start processing the whole
Okay.
sheet.
All right, thank you. So Commonwealth's 119, what do we see photographed here?
That was more blood spatter on the wall.
Did you swab those items and send them, sorry, that item and send it to the lab?
Yes, ma'am. I took that largest stain you see to the left of the ruler. That's the one I submitted to the lab.
Missy,
Okay, and that was,
I'm sorry, you said 119, but it says 118.
oh, I'm sorry, 118, Your Honor.
Okay, thank
Almost
you.
118, I
Okay,
apologize.
that's all right, I just want to make sure. Go ahead, I apologize.
Thank you. And this is now Commonwealth's 119. Is that a closer photograph of the same stain?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and again, that was sent to the lab as item 39.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. One more here. Commonwealth's 120. What did you process in this photograph?
This would be the laundry basket. And what we're looking at is in this photo, is the front of that laundry basket. Again, I took
That was the story they had told Joseph Ryan, that she would be home from night shift, she would be sleeping. But remember, they said she had her glasses in her hair. Again, you can fall asleep in your comfy chair like this. That happens sometimes to older people. I know Jamie does it. But you wouldn't be in bed with your glasses in your hair. So I don't know if she was sleeping.
I don't know. She could have passed out, like reading a book or something.
Yeah, but you
Possible.
normally wouldn't be in your bed, and then you would take, because if you fall asleep reading a book, you don't put your glasses in your hair.
Mm.
You would take them off and put them on the nightstand. You don't say, well, I'm really gonna read. I'm putting on my readers, and then I'm taking off my readers while reading this book, and then I fall asleep. You would take your readers and put them on to read, or you would put them on the nightstand. You don't put them in your hair when you're in bed. Well, that's because you're weird. You're weird. But still, you have your glasses on. You don't have them in your hair. Sometimes listen to what I'm saying. Oh, I just
Well,
want to be
sometimes.
contrary because Baker's
Sometimes I push them up because I can't see close up. I can see close up, but I can't see far away.
Again, you fall asleep with your glasses on. Hers were in her hair. It's a very different situation to put them up there. That means, oh, if I have my readers on, I'm going to the toilet, for instance, and I need to take them off because the distances varies when you see it through your readers, if you understand
I
what
mean, I see what you mean. It's just like, yeah, I think she might have been probably still awake too.
Yeah, I think she had a very big, and then he came in, saved her, and then killed her. That's the double betrayal. We had a Dancing with the Stars judge. She would wear a pair of glasses, and then she would have her readers in her hair, and then her sunglasses on top of that. That was quite a look.
Swab of its blood stains on here. And if you go down bottom center, you can see a convergence of two stains, a blood spatter. That's where I took the sample for the lab.
All right, and was that sent to the lab as item 41?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you took another swab of the laundry basket, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And while this photo doesn't necessarily zoom in on it, describe for us from where you took the second swab on the laundry basket.
The second swab would have been on the left-hand side and be the side furthest from the dresser on the curtain side.
All right, and that's Commonwealth's 121 that we're looking at?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And that went to the lab as item 56, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Commonwealth's 122. What do we see depicted here?
This would be the dog bed once Joe Ryan's body was removed.
And again, that black checkered item was determined to be Christine's pajama bottoms, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I see there's some black fabric to the left as well. What is that?
That's the underwear, ma'am.
Okay. Did you inspect those items?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you make any observations about them apart from the blood?
Apart from the blood, one pant leg was inside out, and the other pant leg had the underwear around it. If you took the crotch region of the underwear, it was torn, ripped, separated from the other side.
Oh.
All right. And Judge, if I can terminate the display for just a moment.
That was, so he was going at
I'm
her.
going to take you back to Commonwealth's 105, which was previously admitted, not under seal. Judge, if this can be displayed to the witness and the jury in the gallery.
Okay.
Detective Leach, there's a piece of black fabric to the left in the photograph near the edge of the bed. What was that?
It was a black shirt.
Okay. Did you make any observations about that shirt other than the fact that it had blood on it?
When we took the shirt and lifted it up and was able to document it better, we found that the back of the shirt was completely cut. It wasn't one smooth cut. You could tell it was jagged because you'd have a cut, little pull, cut, pulling it up.
All right. Was it in the center of the shirt that it was cut? Was it to the side?
I'd say center. It was more towards the center.
Okay. And Judge, I'm going to ask to terminate the display. Offer into evidence Commonwealth's 123 and 124.
Could be, but the fantasy was he should cut her clothes off and go at her. So again, imagine how scared you would be. You don't know what's happening. Someone has set up a great fantasy for you that you have no idea about. You did a full an all-nighter at the hospital. you're tired. There was a ton of people coming in and out. You go to the toilet, you put your glasses in your hair because you need to see where the bowl is. And then you come in and there's a guy standing there and you start screaming and he just goes at you because he's been told by you, no matter how much I scream no, just go harder. I want this to be as real as possible. Then while he is cutting your clothes off, throwing you around, your husband comes in, pulls the trigger, and you think, oh my God. And then he picks up the knife.
Wood chipper.
Imagine the betrayal she must have felt in the last seconds of her lives.
Hmm.
This is why, no matter how boring the defense attorney made yesterday, just try to put yourself in her place. Not only is she think, oh, I'm saved from this horrendous attack on me, the last thing she finds out is, shit, my husband is going to unalive me. Yeah.
Under seal.
All right, and no objection again, correct? 123 and 124 under seal.
Well, it's not always fun and games.
All right, Detective Leach, if the court can publish the photos to the jury and the witness. Tell me about this photograph. We see again, we're back to Joseph Ryan, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is it that is next to Mr. Ryan's left hip, partially under him?
It would have been a black slide and shoe, slide on shoe, and a backpack.
All right. Did you search that backpack?
After we finished with Mr. Ryan's body, we were able to move him out of the way, yes.
I'm going to take you to Commonwealth's 124. Is this a zoomed in photo of that bag?
Just trying to show the property that was in it at the time, how it was when we found it.
Okay. So if that's how it was when you found it, did you put anything back into that bag before taking this photo?
No, ma'am, that's exactly how it was.
All right. In your review of the body worn camera, did you see anyone on body worn put anything back into that bag?
Not that I could observe, ma'am.
And Judge, I would now move to admit Commonwealth's 125 and publish to the witness, the jury, and the gallery.
All right, 125 in evidence.
Yeah.
And Judge, I'm going to go ahead and ask to admit from 125 through 151.
Okay. 125 through 151, and there's no objection, correct? Okay.
Should be 151.
No objection, okay, so then we have 125 through 151 in evidence.
All right.
This is okay.
So looking at Commonwealth's 125, is this the backpack after you removed the items from it?
Yes, ma'am.
What observations did you make about the backpack?
Once we opened up the backpack, this would be, the photo is showing the back of the pack from the it's the back inside compartment of the backpack, and there was blood spatter on there.
Okay, so if I open the bag with my two hands and spread it wide apart, this is looking inside the bag,
Yes,
is that
ma'am.
correct? Okay, and what are those marks?
That's the blood spatter, ma'am.
All right.
Yeah,
You
that's the worst
placed
part.
circles in this photo. Did you make those circles?
That's stitching.
I'm sorry, the red lines.
Oh, the red lines, the circles, yes, ma'am, I did that for the, again, this was something I sent out to the state lab, and so I wanted to know what I was referencing when I asked for the exam.
Okay. Did you send that to the lab as item 125? Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's talk about the contents of the bag, Commonwealth's 126. What did you find inside?
We took the backpack and we laid out everything and did one overall photo as we inventoried through. And what you see is there's like rubber exercise bands, a metal rod with eyelets in it, a lubricant, clothespins, a chain with padlocks with the keys in them, a roll of electrical tape, like a COVID mask, an apricot, and then one I can refer to.
An apricot.
What? What is that for?
Yeah, I get the rest of it. I get the homemade gag ball. I get the, I don't know what, this looks weird. I get the rubber bands. I get the chain. I can understand where the clamps can go, clamps. But if he just BDSMing is hard, I need a little pick me up.
Unless he's gonna like stick it in her
We
mouth
have
and
some
like put tape over it or something.
we have some experienced Fed lifers here. It's for energy, James.
Yeah.
James, why did I call you James now?
I
That's because,
don't know.
that's gonna stick in my brain now.
I get called that all the time too, so it's
Oh,
fine.
well, that's good. I wonder if Ryan even knew he was a pawn in the husband's plot or thought it was misunderstanding with the husband really believing he was raping his wife. Well, he got shot straight in the face, so I don't think he had much thought after that one. He got shot in the temple, went through his brain, and then he got shot in the chest, and he died within seconds. No, I think the gag ball is this over here. It looks kind of like a homemade gag ball. These strips. Need that fructose. Something sweet for after. Maybe he's diabetic.
I don't know. Maybe it goes up somewhere. Who knows?
Don't clip that, Marissa.
Like almost like a gag.
Okay. Commonwealth's 127, is this the receipt that was found in the bag?
No, ma'am.
I'm sorry. Commonwealth's 127, a receipt that was found in the wallet?
That was found in Joe Ryan's wallet.
Yes, okay. And we can see the wallet underneath the receipt, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that wallet listing out personal lubricant, floss sticks, and apricot?
Yes,
Is that
ma'am.
correct? One apricot? All right, and that receipt is dated the same day of
It
your
was the same date,
investigation?
yes, ma'am, the 24th.
February 24th, 2023, okay. Did you find, obviously, this wallet, but anything else outside of the backpack that might have been personal belongings of Mr. Ryan's?
Well, I found his coat. His coat was actually underneath his legs near his buttocks area. We took his coat. We found his car keys in the front right pocket, and his wallet was in the front left pocket.
Okay. You also found zip ties, is that correct?
There was zip ties found on the floor, yes.
Okay. Directing your attention to Commonwealth's 128. Okay, this is an interesting photo. Tell us about it. What do we have here?
No, it's
This
not.
is a
not
sheet
finished.
that's been suspended, and it's being fluoresced with a laser.
Why do you fluoresce a sheet with a laser?
We're looking for body fluids.
And did you find them?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did the sheet come from?
This is the fitted sheet from the Peres bedroom.
From the au pair's bedroom. This is Juliana's bed sheet, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And
Ew,
did you
nasty.
mark this item with the body fluids, with the location of the body fluids that you found?
Yes, ma'am. I was going for a lab submission, so I marked those stains that I found for the lab personnel.
All right, and looking at Commonwealth's 129, is this a photograph of the markings that you
Did she
made on the sheet
pee
to
her bed?
identify the
Yes,
body
ma'am.
fluid? Okay. Was that sent to the lab as item 65?
Yes, ma'am.
Probably not pee.
But the other, she was single, Jamie. How could any
Turning your
other body
attention to
fluids?
Commonwealth's
Oh,
130.
okay.
What
I
are the photographs
gotcha.
here?
You want to play
This was
coy,
Brendan
huh?
Banfield's clothing.
Okay, and what were the articles of clothing that were collected?
It was a set of his blue jeans, button-down shirt, and a black coat.
And you've put them on a dummy here in approximation to how Mr. Banfield was dressed on the day of the murder, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. I used the body-worn camera.
Perfect, okay. What did you do with these items once you had taken this photo?
Some of the coat and the jeans all both went to the state lab.
Okay. Did you mark the jacket for the areas that you wish to have tested?
No, ma'am. This is once it came back from the lab.
Aha, all right. So how did you present this item to the lab?
I presented this one. This one was because of the color. It's hard to see the blood and everything on it. I submitted it to the lab. I said, gave them a synopsis of what happened, and I just gave them the whole, as a whole, and this is what they marked out.
All right, so those markings that we see were the selections that the lab made for their testing, is that correct?
That would be my understanding, ma'am.
Okay, and this was sent to the lab as item 121, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Commonwealth's 132, we see specifically 2 circles, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And do we know what the lab tested for there?
They were testing for blood.
Item 133, what is this a photograph of?
It's going to be on Mr. Banfield's blue jeans.
Okay, tell me about the white L's that we see taped to the jeans. What are those?
It was requested by me, requested for me to take and do what's called road mapping of the stains. And all you simply do is you take the item and you put down the scales in so many distances apart. There was no set distance, but you just want to make sure you got plenty of scales. Doesn't necessarily mean there's a stain there. We're just trying to document to scale the entire object.
Okay, so they're reference points, is that fair?
That'd be a way of referring to them, yes, ma'am.
Okay. What did you observe about these pants?
That they had blood stains on them.
All right, any particular staining patterns that you observed?
There
Stood out?
was the blood stains on the knee area, and then there was a particular stain that, someone pointed out and they requested for me to submit that to the lab.
All right, so we're gonna look at Commonwealth 134. This now has a circle imposed on the photo. Tell me what that circle is indicating.
Again, this is something that's going to the lab. We discussed it, and it's obvious with the pants, there's lots of staining. This was a particular stain that the graphs requested to be processed.
Okay, and zoomed in here, tell me about that stain. Was it different than the staining on the knees?
Most of the stains that you saw on the pants were like almost like smears, smudges, like they came in contact with blood. This was droplets.
All right, were there more droplets on the pants?
Yes,
But this was the area that was selected for testing?
yes, ma'am.
And again, that was Commonwealth 135 that we're looking at for those markings.
They must have tested it and found out it was
Taking a
blood.
look at Commonwealth 136. Tell me about this red circle.
This is on the back of the jeans. It'd be to the left of center, just below the belt line or close to being in the belt line.
And was that item sent along with the other request for testing by the lab?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And that one went to the lab as 136. I'm sorry, as all, these were all sent to the lab as 123, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, photo 136, also item 123. Sorry for any confusion. All right, and looking at Commonwealth 137, what do we have here?
It's that same stain with the drop, just a different angle on it. You're showing it more from the inside the leg outward.
All right, did you have the opportunity to take a look at Mr. Banfield's shoes?
Yes, ma'am.
Commonwealth 138, are these the shoes that were collected from Mr. Banfield?
Yes, ma'am.
I've
Did
had
you
a
make
pair
any
of those. They're comfy.
observations about what was on those shoes?
There was staining on the shoes, on the tops, but there's also staining on the bottom and into the treads.
Commonwealth 139, what do we have here?
This would be Juliana's left shoe and sock.
Okay, and we're gonna look. Is this the right shoe and sock?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you observe blood on the shoes and socks?
There was blood on the shoes. On the shoes, it was primarily around the soles, around the edges of the soles and underneath the shoe. On the socks, there was red staining.
Okay. You sent the socks to the lab as 117 and the shoes as 118, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and the staining on the socks, where on the sock was it? Was it on the top of the sock? Was it on the bottom of the sock?
It was in the toe region, the toe area. And I wouldn't say it's necessarily on the top or on the bottom because it looked like it leached a little bit or there was some.
All right, and here we have the bottom of the left shoe, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about your observations on the shoe with regards to the location of the blood.
Blood was towards the toe area. Mine was towards the toes. You can also see that the blood went up inside the tread.
That was 141.
I'm sorry, yes, Your Honor, that was Commonwealth 141. Thank you. Now looking at Commonwealth 142, what were your observations regarding the blood on this shoe?
The shoe, the blood was only really near the bottom edges. It's on the rubber sole part. Wasn't up onto the leathers.
All right, did the socks create a bit of a puzzle for you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and what did you do to try to answer questions you had about the blood on the socks?
She had blood on her socks, and I couldn't figure out how they got there. So I took her shoes, because as you can see from the photo, there's holes, air holes for the sneakers. I didn't know if by chance blood might have went down into those holes. So what I ended up doing was I took the shoe, I cut around the sole in the leather part of the shoe, so I could lift up and see inside the shoe.
What did you discover upon taking apart the shoes?
There was no staining.
All right, did you send anything else off to the lab? I'm going to show you Commonwealth's 143. What is this?
That's the insert from the left shoe.
Okay, why did you send that to the lab?
That dark area is,
So she walked around in her socks, stepping in the blood before she put on her shoes. pretty good indication she didn't just come home and then they ran upstairs and did it.
Circled, and this is the photo that I gave to the lab. They knew what I was talking about. That tested positive for blood.
Okay. And so that was sent to the lab as item 118. It didn't have a separate designation from shoes 118. It went back to the lab as 118. Is
Yes,
that
ma'am.
correct? Okay. Did Juliana's sweatshirt, t-shirt, or pants have any blood on them?
Not that I could find, ma'am.
All right, let's look at Joseph Ryan's clothing. Commonwealth's 149. This t-shirt,
Jamie, look at this T-shirt. You have that somewhere in your closet.
Oh, that's like a newer one. Lucky. I have an old school one from like the 90s.
It can't be that new because Pretty Boy's face is rubbed off.
Well, I mean, that's a newer one. Like that's probably 5 years ago, maybe.
Carter, Aaron Carter. Is that his name?
Nick Carter. Nick.
Nick Carter. Aaron Carter is the guy who, he got in
This is his
trouble.
brother who passed away.
Yeah, he got in trouble.
Hmm.
But yes, this is the shirt Jamie would have had on if she was going out to unalive someone as well.
Oh, come on.
She's literally
Bring
wearing it right now. Yeah, she would never bring her New Kids on the Block stuff. That you can't get blood on that.
No,
Hey, Vicky.
that's funny.
You missed a lot of pictures of blood on the floor. This is probably not going to be monetized.
what, if anything, did you observe about the shirt?
It had the blood staining. A lot of it was near the chest area. You can see it's not like any individual stain. Also, if you come down, as you look at the photo, it'll be on the right-hand side. It's right above the G and the H and how he's named there. There's a defect.
I've zoomed in and I'm aiming my cursor where you're talking. Is that what you observed?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you able to determine how that defect occurred?
It was coming from a projectile, from a bullet.
He was wearing this.
Wait, he was wearing
Commonwealth's 150. What do we have here?
This is Joe's pants.
Okay. What did you do
That's why he goes
with
on the
regard
Fed
to
Life to
Joe's
find
pants
Kate.
after photographing?
After photographing, we met with the state lab, and we discussed different options for processing. On this one, because of the way the pants were situated on his body, I had questions about the zipper button area. The lab recommended an MVAC, but they don't have one. So this item was sent to DNA Labs International to be processed.
That's in
All
Florida.
right. And so that was regarding the zipper, the button, and the waistband. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Were the genes sent to any other labs for other testing?
Yes. The right leg was sent to the whole pants was sent to Bodie Laboratories, but we requested the stain on the right pant leg to have a technique done that the state lab doesn't do.
Okay.
And so we sent it to them to have them process it in an attempt to see if we can generate any more evidence out of it.
All right. So Bodie tested the stains on the pant leg, and DLI tested the zipper, the button, and the waistband. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you have any other questions about these genes that could have been answered by the state lab? Or did you feel it was necessary to send them to the other two labs for
That
the
is very
specific
true.
testing that you've discussed?
This is for the specific testing, because those stains, we're just trying to figure out what caused them, what formed them.
Okay.
It said established in 1993. That's
Judge-
when
I was gonna say,
they
that's
were.
not a 93
I'm not sure
shirt
what
for
time
sure.
I wanted to take them.
They'd be like babies.
It's a little early still.
It is. My next bit is a little bit lengthy, and we can break after that, but it will be approximately 30 minutes. I have video.
So, short break. I was in a boy band in Iraq called N Fleece. So, besides finding out that he was a Backstreet Boys fan, what else did we see today? Well, we saw a lot of blood. A lot of blood. Probably so much that this will be stricken by AI later, even though I tried to hide it. No, thank you, Hellfish. I don't need a video of you in a boy band.
I would like that. You send that to Baker.
Oh, did they tell him to wear a Backstreet Boys? So I know it's you. No, not that we have heard. Maybe they did. We haven't heard that one. That's. But Jamie, do you know what I've done all morning?
What?
Because I'm not too happy with my merch store, so I was going and making a new merch store on another platform. Look at this, my first little attempt at a new merch product.
Look at that. It's a little honey bun.
It's a little honey bun, glazed and everything.
I never knew a honey bun could look so cute.
No, well, all my honey buns are cute, Jamie.
Yeah.
So that's in the work, and this is on the backside.
Oh my gosh.
They do, Jamie, because they're glazed.
They do. Yeah.
Look, they do get sticky. Just so you,
That is cute.
yeah.
When is this stuff going to be available?
As soon as I get it up and running, I need a few things more. It's you know, I have had people accuse me of a lot of things, like over sexualizing things and stuff like that. And it's a lie, because I would never ever do that, Jamie.
Not in a million years.
No. So I also tried to do a little more, because you Yanks are fond of your donuts. Just have to find out what to call this one. So
I'm sure
yeah.
chat can figure something out for you.
Yeah, maybe I should just put it up, let chat do all the work and do my merch for me, and then force them to buy it after, Jamie. That would be the
Well,
smart
yeah.
way.
That's the smart way to go, because you want to know what the people want.
Yeah, well, Sue's gonna go in there and say, "Can I just have a Gamecock T-shirt?" No, you can't, Sue, because that will be breach of everything. Well, I don't like anything but the Gamecocks and light beer.
Oh my God. Poor Sue.
Finger licking
just-
good.
You just need to make her a Sue Bird cup just for her.
Yeah. Let's yeah. I need the coffee and cream pie in the morning shirt or mug. I'll well, I hope it's a little bit better. Not that I've had one cup that wasn't good quality, but I had some T-shirts that it's more the delivery time that I got mad at. That it took them 4 months to send me, the owner of the store, a T-shirt I ordered. I really, that's when I lost it. I said, nope. I'm not gonna do that. We need a girthy baguette next to a donut. No, we don't. This is not. You ladies need to control yourselves. Jamie, I don't know what to do about the chat. They have gone a little too far.
They are something.
Michelob Ultra.
Michelob Ultra. You call it Michelob?
Yeah, Miche. That's Mitche. I know this really cool fella down in Tennessee. He says, pronounce everything as it's spelled. Michelob Ultra.
Well, it's Mick.
No, it's not, Jamie. Valhalla will fight you on this one. It's Michelob. So yeah. I'm a little behind, but nothing in the backpack looked like he was going to unalive her. Well, there was a knife. So, yeah.
Well, that's just for play.
No.
No.
No. I'm in control here. Holly Mac, calmly. Is Sue a Gamecock? Yes, Sue is a big old Gamecocks fan. And she sent me a Gamecock shirt. So I have that. I don't understand what they did with the towels if they weren't red. They put it on the floor, but maybe not for long enough that it really soaked. I don't know. How's Val? Last I saw him, he was fine. I'm normally he'll take these breaks now and again. I've seen his goat cam has been up, not that much, but he's also, I don't know, I haven't heard any updates about that that lawyer and his dad's estate and all of that. So I don't know what's going on with Val. So yeah. Court nurse Kim Lai, many recommended contacting you, Baker. Well, I don't know anything special. I have been through a copyright strike before, and I'm not a legal scholar. I just hope that she has filed her counterclaim, because that's the only way she can remove that copyright strike, or else she will have a copyright strike on the channel for 70 days. Other than that, it'll go away. Mine will go away this week, most likely, because it was BS. Maybe next week. I don't know. Yeah. But it doesn't mean the knife was going to be used as a people's opener. No, it doesn't mean that. But you said there was nothing in there that looked like he was going to unalive someone. But there was a big old knife in there. So, yeah. Oh, now Sue's getting friends in chat. Oh, I'm in South Carolina too. Do you have a above ground pool? Yeah, so do I. Want to hang out? Jamie, we're going to end up having an entire gaggle of people over at Sue's house in the pool being mean to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's fair.
I think it's fair.
I don't. Sue's really mean to me all the time.
It's not.
The backpack was the Red Rum guy's backpack, yes. But that's where all the stuff come from. Because let's just be honest, they were pretty smart at planning this. Got him to bring the weapon, got him to bring all of that stuff, and they did it on her devices. Not only did they make accounts in her name, but they did it on her devices. That's pretty smart. Then they got caught later. Sue has friends everywhere. Sure. Be sure to wear your floaties. Yeah, if you go to Sue's house, adult beverages will be served. Jamie, it's Thursday all day and my truck broke down this morning. It is so awful, almost as bad as an eyelash malfunction. What are we going to do?
Your truck broke down? No.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I wish I could help.
Did we figure out the apricot? Well, Jamie said it's to insert into body orifices.
I guess. I mean, I'm
I
trying to think like a dirty-minded person. That's the only thing I can think of. Unless
Jamie-
it really was just like, here's all my kit of stuff, and oh, I need a snack though.
Jamie was on her Kindle yesterday and bought the new Stabulations in the Suburbs. With Fabio, of course, on the cover.
The names of these books aren't that obvious, just so you know.
Nurse gets a home visit. Christine had been at work all night. She was in the shower, feeling all the hot water running down her body,
Oh, Lord.
fucking up the window. What was that sound? It sounded like something creaked in the house. No, couldn't be. Her husband and the nanny was out all day, and she was planning a little alone time. When she took her big, luscious towel and dried the entire body, she was thinking, oh my, it's been a while since someone touched me like that guy back in college. And to be truthful, she's been with her husband for a long while. They had a child. It has become everyday life. So she was dreaming a lot about that guy. Christine had been on some websites. Not anything because she wanted to act on anything, but just to feel the excitement again, feel like she did when she was younger with that guy. That guy was a guy she met when she was 19 in college and had just finished her sophomore year. I don't know what sophomore year is. I'm just making it up. And Christine saw him at a Backstreet Boys concert. While she was doing the bye, 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 his eyes were saying hi, hi, hi. And Christine felt that heat that only that guy ever made her feel. Christine took the shower head because the next one will be
Wow.
in my new merch store. Rest of the story about Christine and that guy. Oh my. The Backstreet Boys, she makes me want to learn more about Joe. FetLife account, Backstreet Boy fan. What else do we know about him? Probably an interesting fella. Save the ending for the night stream. Yeah, well, I'm not giving it away for free. That's going to be on the honey bun tier of my memberships. I'm going to go in there and maybe I should do that. ASMR hot stuff books, Jamie. I should just sit there and read those.
Yeah.
The
There's
feeling
so many
was
people.
loin fire. That was the feeling. Wrong band.
I've
Bye,
seen
bye,
people
bye.
read dirty books on their TikTok just for live viewers all the time. It's funny.
Wrong band. Bye, bye, bye is in sync. I like that. That's the complaint about my dirty story is you got the wrong boy band. 8 out of 10 for story, but his delivery when he ruined it by putting in sync there. Who wants Justin Timberlake in their sexual fantasies? So can't recommend Baker's ASMR Smexy books.
That is true. When you start ruining the boy bands, it ruins it for me.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Jamie, I think I'm going to get ahead of Emspire. I think she might have said, Joey, why, when she was getting attacked. That was a joke on NSYNC. Bye, bye, bye.
Oh my lord.
We can hear you. You're on a hot mic.
Yeah, this is the time they don't mute their mics.
Yeah. Timestamps on the calls. Late joining, weird considering Uvalde case getting attention right now. Weird considering what?
All right, thank you. Your next question?
Thank you. And I'm going to go back for just 1 second. We left one out. Detective Leach, I'm going to have you look at Commonwealth's 151. I would offer this into evidence. if
Is
it
there a
has not
photo
yet
of Joe
been-
when he was alive? I
All right,
haven't seen
wonderful.
one.
That can be published. Detective Leach, this is, to back you up just a little bit, we're back on Joe's jeans. We've zoomed in here. You were talking about what specifically was sent to DLI.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you explain again what we see here and what you asked DLI to test and why?
DLI would be the zipper region in the area of the waistband around the buttons, the button and the buttonhole, and to the sides of them.
Okay, when you say the zipper, are you talking about the tines on the zipper or the pull?
The whole area, ma'am.
The whole area?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
And why did you send that to DLI to be tested? Not
Yeah.
why DLI, but why did you send that to be tested?
Because of the way the pants were positioned on the body, to me, when we got there, the pants, you saw in the one photo how the pants were undone and down a little bit in the front. When we rolled Mr. Ryan's body to place him into the body bag, we found that his pants in the back were caught up on his butt, so it was caught up underneath his butt cheeks. And so to me, I didn't know if someone might have tried to manipulate the pants. I I don't know. So
Okay.
my job is to find the answers.
Perfect, thank you very much. All right, give me just one moment. This time Commonwealth would offer 152, 153, and 154 into evidence.
And no objection, correct? All right. 152, 153, and 154 in evidence. Thank you.
All right, so, to your knowledge, was surveillance video collected from the McDonald's restaurant located at 2475 Centerville Road in Herndon?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you see that pictured here on this fantastic Google map?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and it's labeled on the map, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are you aware of the distance of this?
Thank you, Farley. This is the wife, and this is Ryan. For those of you who asked. So, he looks a bit weird. Oh, Melissa, stay safe, stay indoors, don't go out. But this is the two victims in this case. Yeah, that's what I said when I saw the pictures. Why the hell did you want to bang the nanny? Because she was mid at best.
McDonald's from the Banfield's home?
Thank you.
From the Banfield's home, there's a couple of different ways to get there, but they're all probably under 3 miles.
Okay, thank you. And Judge, I'm going to move to stipulated video clip 153, Commonwealth's 153. All right, this is the vantage point from the McDonald's drive-thru. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and this car creeping in here, that's Mr. Banfield's car, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Why the hell are you driving so slow in the drive-through?
And the timestamp on this
Well, that
video,
was
to your
good.
understanding, is that the correct time, 7:18 a.m. on December 24th, 2023?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and we just saw his car leave the drive-thru, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Well, we just like new boobs and new smacks, but that will turn into regular boobs and regular smacks within a couple of years. So, and we know he's a
All
serial
right, and that's his
philanderer.
car returning to the drive-thru, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now he can go down the driveway. What the hell is he doing? I'd like a Big McMuffin and a chai latte.
Is that your American accent for this guy?
Yeah, that's my DC accent. No, but we think with our little head. No, he's just getting her deported. You want her unalived all the time. You just deport her. It's not that hard. You were blocked 2 Verizon issues. Oh. Hey, McLaurin.
Okay, we've changed camera angles and we now see
I'm going to take a peek.
Mr. Banfield's car here pulling up to the ordering area, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
They
and
have
changing
somebody
angles
out there
again,
taking
with
orders.
the pay window, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
McDonald's has money. Fix your speakers.
And we've changed angles now to the receiving window and exit area, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that was a Honda Ridgeline, now we have Mr. Banfield's car, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, the Hyundai.
Okay. Okay. So from this vantage, if you look in the top left, we see his car pulling out straight from the McDonald's drive-thru.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to take you back for just 1 second to our map. And I'm putting my cursor here over the drive-through pickup area. Is that your understanding of its location?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so we saw his vehicle exit in the direction of my cursor, is that right? Just pulling straight out?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now Commonwealth's 1:53, our timestamp has moved on to 7:29, so it's been approximately 8 minutes, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And we see him,
154.
I'm sorry, 1:54, and we see him pulling into a parking spot.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and that's Mr. Banfield getting out of his car.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, was this during the vid where,
Okay, we've changed angles and we see him going into, do you understand that to be the bathroom of the McDonald's?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and that's at about 7:29 and 30 seconds-ish. And so I'm gonna try to move this on a little bit. We're gonna go to 7:30. Just kind of advancing it in 30-second increments. He's still in the bathroom, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Somebody else has gone in the bathroom. Is that what that looked like? That wasn't him,
Yes.
right? Okay. Okay, and someone's come out of the bathroom area. Still not Mr. Banfield. Okay, we've hit 7:37. So he's been in there for approximately 7 minutes at this point. Do we now see him exiting and on his phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And our camera angle shifts and we follow him still on his phone out to his car. And is it 7:37 and approximately 30 seconds that he's getting in his car still on the phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. He's backing out. And we see his vehicle leave the area, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And again, this angle from the window, you see him drive off, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then this angle, we see him head out onto the road, presumably towards home. And that's his black Hyundai turning left in the left side of this video.
Yes.
Is that correct? All right. Judge, if we can terminate the display for the moment. All right. Did you have the opportunity, as the guy who keeps all of the evidence, to take possession of Brendan and Juliana's cell phones?
Yes, ma'am, later on in the investigation.
Okay. And do you have those here today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to ask that these items be marked as Commonwealth's 232 for identification purposes, Brendan Banfield's cell phone, and item 233, again for identification purposes, as Juliana Peres Magalhães' cell phone. And if I can have those handed to the...
He went to McDonald's to be on camera, so when he got the call, he could rush home and save her. That was their plan.
Detective, please.
No, I have gotten the sniffle because he sniffed so much yesterday.
They're already open. I have a charger. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
On if someone were to try to
I
call one
understand.
of the numbers.
I understand.
All right, so let's start with the Android, Mr. Banfield's phone.
Still charging, still powering up, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
It's still powering up.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, ma'am, it's up. It's
All
working.
right, so if we take a look at 232, Your Honor, I'd like to put it on the projector, if I may, please.
Sure, yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Or you still want it to the witness, or are you going to admit it into evidence this
I
time?
am not going to admit the phone into evidence. Judge, I'd like to have the jury be given the opportunity to look at it, and then I have still photographs taken of each of the screens that I will offer into evidence as 232 A, B, C, D, E, and F.
If it's not in evidence, the jury can't look at it.
I was under the impression that the court would not want the object with its password given to the jury to be able to manipulate for themselves, and so we have photographs of the screens. I can
you
simply
can enter
show those
evidence.
photographs if there is no objection to moving directly to those items.
Is there any objection to just moving to the photographs?
I've seen you, so I don't.
Okay, no objection.
Makes
Okay,
it
let's
easy.
just do that
Thank
then.
you. Thank you, Mr. Carroll. So then we are not going to display it. We are simply going to move to the photographs.
We're going to the photographs.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Sorry
Dr.
for the
Johnson.
confusion.
That's okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
I may have the court's indulgence to pull up the
Yes, that's
pictures.
fine.
All right. So Judge, at this time, the Commonwealth would move to admit Commonwealth's 232A, a photograph of Brendan Banfield's phone screen call log.
No objection? No objection to our 232A.
All right, and if I can have that displayed to the witness,
Yes.
the jury, and the gallery. All right, Detective Leach, when you turned on the phone and worked your way over to the call log, is this what you saw?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and we can note that it has a record of calls from, at the top, we see February 24th, and then timestamps for each of the received or outgoing calls, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And we see an incoming call from Juliana at 7:37 a.m.
Yes.
We see an outgoing call twice to Christine Banfield at 7:38 a.m., is that correct?
Yes.
And then within the same minute, another outgoing call to Juliana.
Yes.
And then again at 7:42, two more outgoing calls to Christine Banfield, correct?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then after that, it looks like just missed calls.
Yes.
during times that we know Mr. Banfield to be interacting with law enforcement. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Judge, if we can terminate, I'll then move to 232B,
Okay.
although somehow the picture is marked A. This is B, despite its title. All right. If we can then offer into evidence Commonwealth's 233, it is 233A.
So not 232B?
Nope, it is 233A.
Okay, 233A.
Yep, 232 being Mr. Banfield's phone, 233 being Juliana Peres Magalhães' phone.
But 233A.
233A, all right, and if everyone can take a look at this. All right, Detective Leach, is this the call log that shows up when you turn on Juliana's phone?
Yeah, they will always do the download before they start manipulating it.
Yes, it is, ma'am.
Okay, and we can see a handful of calls that occurred on the 24th, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Commonwealth would next offer 233B into evidence.
Any objection to 233B? All right, 233B in
Okay,
evidence.
so here's 233B. We have an outgoing call at 7:36 a.m. that lasted for 5 seconds. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
To a contact identified as Christine.
Yes.
Okay. Then 233C would be offered into evidence?
You already had 233B is in evidence.
C, I'm
C,
sorry,
all right.
233C.
C, okay.
Any objection? Mr. Carroll? I'm going to move, I'm sorry? No, I'm about to. Yeah.
right.
Are we still casting?
No.
Okay.
Any objection to 233C?
This
Just
is
going to take a quick look
Okay,
at
sure.
it, Judge.
Yep.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no objection.
All right, 233C.
All right, and if that can be displayed. All right, and this is a call record indicating calls at 7:37 a.m. for 19 seconds and 7:38 a.m. for 47 seconds as an incoming to a contact identified as Brendan. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Judge, the Commonwealth will now move to 233D
233D.
and offer that into evidence.
Any objection? Okay, no objection.
And if that could be shared. Detective Leach, this is an outgoing call from Juliana's phone to 911 at 7:47 that lasted 7 seconds. Is that correct?
Yes, it is, ma'am.
Okay. And Commonwealth's 233E.
Any objection to 233E?
No, Your Honor.
All right, E in evidence.
Okay. This phone call shows a missed call from a 703-877-3038. Do you know that to be the 911 direct number or the exchange?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is a call from 911 back to Juliana's call that was missed according to the phone. Is that correct?
According to the phone log,
According
yes,
to the
ma'am.
phone. Okay. I'll now move to Commonwealth's 233F.
Any objection to F?
No, Your Honor.
All right, 233F in evidence.
And I'd ask that be published. This is our last one, I promise. This is a log of calls to 911. We have a canceled call at 7:48, a canceled call at 7:49, and then an 8-minute outgoing call from Juliana's phone at 8:02 a.m. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Your Honor, I do not believe I have any additional questions for this witness.
Can I
Clarify exhibits?
I have a question. Well, 144 through 148, you asked to be admitted in evidence, which we admitted in evidence, but I don't have any, you didn't display any 144 through 148.
If I can have the court's indulgence for just one moment.
Sure.
Judge, I would withdraw the request for 144 through 148.
All right, so withdrawn 144 through 148. Okay, now we're fine. Okay, thank you.
Thank
All right,
you.
cross-examination?
Thank you, Aaron.
There will most likely be a guy coming in and talking about Cellbrite. They're just laying foundation for the
pictures.
Cellbrite.
Yeah, just let me know.
Good morning, Detective Leach.
Good morning, sir.
I just have a few questions for you. And I think I'm just gonna kind of go backwards from where we ended up with regard to the pictures, if that's all right.
Yes, sir.
You raised, you actually decided, I believe, that DNA Labs International was going to be included in the examination of the zipper area and the pants area. And I think you had said something about it, they had tools that the DFS doesn't have?
Department, yes, sir.
Okay, and so, were you the one who made the decision that DLI was where this was gonna go?
I met with the state lab. I was out at their facility, spoke with them, showed them what we had, and they actually recommended
Okay.
using the MVAC for that process.
Okay, and the MVAC is designed to pick up,
Does this judge ever get flustered? Not really. She runs a really tight ship. She keeps her timelines. She's really good. I like her a lot. Judge Ascarati.
finer particles, is that right?
The MVAC is like a wet vac you would use in your house. It uses moisture in a vacuum, so it injects the moisture, then sucks that moisture back up.
Okay.
And it's used for DNA collection.
And that's something that Fairfax County Police nor DFS has the ability to do?
Not at that time, we did not, no,
Is
sir.
that so that's the only reason why DLI would be brought in?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then, were their samples then, if you know, were they then analyzed by them, or were they analyzed by DFS at that?
I would not know that, sir. That's for the examiners,
Okay.
the lab people, sir.
Okay. So, so in conjunction with DFS, you decided that this was a resource that we needed to kind of find the opportunity for and get them to do what the MVAC.
Yeah, we wanted an area process, and with the recommendation of the lab,
Okay.
we went through DLI.
Now, I didn't quite catch I guess you had suspicions because in the zipper region, it appeared that the pants were being opened the way they were left when you found them.
When we arrived on scene, as you saw through the photos, his pants were undone, the zipper was down, and the pants were pulled down slightly. And we were trying to determine why that was, and
And that was pulled down on the backside, so.
on the back side of the pants, if you're facing a person, it angled from the front down towards the back. And the back pants, the top of the jeans were underneath his buttocks.
Okay. And that caused significant enough concern that you had to go to that area?
It was an answer, I was trying to answer that question is why the pants were like that, and if they were, who did it?
Okay. Now, item number 135. So just so it's clear for the jury, the picture's number is 135, but you were also talking about 123 when we were in the middle of that. That's actually the number for the sample that went to the Division of Forensic Science, correct?
Which item was 135?
It said, it was the one that you said the graphs told you to go and get.
The graphs.
Graphs.
Yes.
And so that would have been relating to the genes of Joe Ryan, I believe.
There's the
Do
genes
you
of the,
mind? Sorry?
I think 135 I have is the genes of the defendant. But
Oh, I'm sorry, genes of Brendan Banfield.
If Your Honor wishes, I can.
did you want to see the picture?
Yes, I think that,
Okay,
I think the witness probably would be.
okay, that's fine.
Please.
This is the picture 135 that you were discussing?
Yes, sir, that was a stain on Mr. Banfield's pants.
And those circled stains, you're saying on the back of the pants?
That's on the front leg, front right
Okay,
leg.
front right leg, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what I thought. And so, had these pants already been sent to the Department of Forensic Science prior to this submission?
No, sir.
Okay, so these were left until such time as the graph said, we need to know what that is.
Yes.
Okay, and and so they went ahead and you sent that to the Division of Forensic Science and then it was analyzed?
Yes, they requested me to take and submit it to the state lab. I contacted the state lab, explained the situation to them, and they were willing to accept them.
Okay, are you the one who decides, as a general rule, what's getting tested, or is it the lab that decides what's going to get tested?
It will be the lab, sir.
Okay, and in this situation, had you made, prior to getting the guidance from the graphs, had you made the decision that this was not something that you wanted to get tested?
It's not that I didn't want to get it tested, sir. As we progress through the investigation, new evidence, new questions come about, and we try to answer those. And so when we got to the pants, this question came up,
Okay.
and I said I thought it was a good suggestion, and we submitted it.
And so, what time in the timeline of getting to today, when was that sent on to the lab? Do you know?
That was, I'd have to refer to my notes to give you an exact date on that one,
Do you
sir.
have access to those?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, that's fine with me.
Yeah, Danny, he's just asking questions and, okay. He wants
According to the request for laboratory examination, I submitted them to the state lab on 5/15/2024.
5/15/2024. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And were there any detectives involved in the decision in that situation, other than yourself?
My supervisors were aware, the homicide detectives were,
Okay.
and there was a discussion.
Who was your lead in the homicide section at that point?
Lead homicide detective?
Yeah, who were you keeping informed?
At that time, it would have been Detective Goodell.
Detective Goodell?
Yes.
Okay. Had Detective Bryant already left at that point?
Yes, Detective Bryan and Detective Goodell were basically team working it.
Okay, gotcha. I had a couple of other questions. So just to kind of go a little further into it, the state, when you bring a pile of evidence there, the state lab's going to determine what they're willing to test, correct?
We don't bring the evidence to them initially, no, sir.
So you have a discussion with them and say, this is the evidence we have, we're thinking about bringing it to you?
Yes.
And then the discussion occurs?
We go, like on this particular case, we went out there, met with them, myself, homicide detective. We discuss what we have, we show them what we have. We seek any suggestions or thoughts from them. We tell them what we would like to submit, and then they will go through that, and then they'll let us know what they will accept.
Okay, so they're the final authority.
Yes, sir.
And so if something hasn't been tested that you might have wanted, they explain to you why that wasn't going to happen and it didn't get tested?
They have their reasons, sir.
Okay.
I can't speak for them.
Most likely, he's either looking at the jury or he has a big old binder with all his evidence.
And so if someone who wasn't privy to that conversation, the only way we can know that they've asserted their authority is that something wasn't tested?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I just have a couple of questions regarding some of the other things that you've testified to. Bear with me. Now, did you take into account the injuries of the people as you found out in the investigation as to some of these stains that you observed?
Could you clarify that question, sir?
Did you take into account the injuries of the two people who were injured and were contributors to blood stains and blood spatter and things like that?
On this case, yes, sir. It was because we had two people with wounds and injuries.
Okay.
And that was Christine Banfield and Joe Ryan.
Now, when you look at the initial body camera, I think it might have been Officer Baumler's. Did you look at that?
I looked at several body-worn cameras, sir.
So the first one first one in, into the room.
The very first officer?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I think that, along with what we've heard in the 911, you've heard that too, correct?
I didn't listen to the tape, sir.
Okay. Christine Banfield was on her side and was asked to do that by the 911 operator before first responders came. Would that account for the larger and deeper blood stains that you've described that were near the bed area where you say it was her?
Well, she was found on body-worn camera away from the bed on her left side facing the bathroom with her head closest to that tall dresser.
Right, and did you know that she was rolled over?
Once I saw the body-worn camera.
Okay. Now, the carpet area near Christine's body that you've identified, it's a large stain that you've talked about.
Yes.
Was that tested for blood?
No, sir.
Okay. And that's what you were talking about, was soaked all the way through?
That was soaked only, the stain closest to the bed, sir,
Yeah.
was the one that soaked all the way through the pad down to the subfloor, had the larger stain on the subfloor.
Okay.
The one where Christine was found, it did soak through, but not as much volume, and the stain that was on the wood of the subfloor was significantly smaller than the original stain on the top of the carpet.
Okay. And was the significant
Like this officer.
stain larger than the other stain? Was that tested?
No, sir.
Okay. And so just so I'm clear, so the stain, as you looked at the picture that you observed today, the larger stain that went through to the subfloor was the one next to the corner of the bed.
Yes.
Do you want to see that picture, Mr. Carroll?
Yes, Your Honor.
111, I believe.
Let me,
I'd love to pull up 111.
Get to bed, Inspire.
Okay, there we go.
Mr. Carroll, the picture on the screen, if you want to.
yes, yes. So I'm looking at the picture in the same direction you're looking.
Yes,
The
sir.
one that just so I'm correct, the one that you indicated had the larger stains that went all the way to the floorboard was the stain near the bedpost of the bed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's the one that you've testified was not tested.
Cliff, to make it easier to show for you, my notes, that stain that you're looking at, I designated as blood stain 1. Blood stain 2 is going to be the one closer to the dresser.
Yes.
Blood stain 1 and blood stain 2, neither were sent to the lab for processing.
Okay. And so we're not sure who the contributor of that blood on blood stain 1 and blood stain 2 is.
No, sir,
We don't have any confirmation through DFS.
we don't have DNA forensic, but we have body-worn camera showing her body position.
Okay. Now, do you know where Mr. Ryan, Joe Ryan, was located in the room when he was shot, based upon your
No, sir.
examination?
No, sir, I know where his body was at when it fell.
Okay. And that was the one near the dog bed, correct?
Yes, sir.
Is it possible if he was, Mr. Ryan was shot at the foot of the bed, which is where those stains are, that the blood would be in the same area?
If that's where he was shot, it could be, yes, sir.
Okay. But there's no way of knowing that?
No, sir.
Okay. If Ryan's blood was on the carpet in the area that we've just talked about, and an object was placed on that carpet, could, depending on whose blood it is, could that blood transfer to any item that was put on that area? That makes sense?
No, it didn't, sir. If you could clarify, please.
So if an object was put in this area where we have the two blood stains, we
Yes,
don't have
sir.
to say who they are because we don't know. But if there was an object that was put there, could that, those blood stains with the magnitude of them, could that transfer to whatever object that is?
So what you're asking, sir, if I'm clear, is if an object is put down in one of those blood stains, it's picked up and then moved and put into another location, could it transfer those blood?
Yes.
Yes, that's
Okay.
possible, sir.
Do you have, in terms of your, I
It's when you have stains made by blood. That's blood stains.
know you only have a limited kind of focus in this case, but do you have any idea whether my client is a right-handed shooter or a left-handed shooter?
When I documented his property that was brought to me from that was collected at the hospital, he had his holster on the right side and was a right-hand draw holster.
And that would indicate he's a right-handed shooter, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And when you saw when the original responders arrived, isn't it true that he was tending to Christine down on his knees, and you would have, the original first responders were coming to him from his right side, correct?
As they approached into the room, that would be correct, sir.
Okay.
Because he was on his knees facing the bathroom. So as they approach, they would approach Christine's feet, and then as they would move upward, it'd be to his right.
Okay. And at that point in the, I strike that. Brendan's gun
He writes
had
with his
blood on it,
right hand.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is there any way in your investigation to know where that blood came from?
No, sir.
If it had been sitting in that large and deep blood stain that we just talked about, could that have transferred to the gun?
That's possible, yes, sir.
Okay. Was the blood on the gun tested?
No, sir.
Okay. Was that an issue that was of concern to Fairfax County Police, or was it up to the lab to not test it?
Objection calls for speculation, given that phrasing of the question.
I'll sustain, if you want to rephrase your question,
Okay.
Mr. Carroll.
Who made the decision as to testing that particular item for blood?
It came to the state lab, sir.
Okay. So it was submitted to the state lab. Was there a request from Fairfax County Police, or is it just after talking to the state lab, they said, we're not going to do that?
The excuse me, the gun was originally sent to the state lab for firearms, and part of the policies is as my understanding with the state lab is, once a weapon goes through firearms testing, they will not do the DNA testing on it.
And would that be because it was contaminated?
This contamination issues is my understanding. Again, sir, that's my understanding. The lab personnel would be the best that's their field of expertise.
Okay. And I appreciate that, and I appreciate your field of expertise. And so, did this particular gun, before it was sent on to firearms, was it tested for hair or fibers or anything like that?
It was all done by visual, sir.
Okay.
I took the weapon and I documented and looked at it.
And did you see any hair or fibers
No, sir.
on the gun?
Not just the blood stain, sir.
Okay. Now, did you encounter carpet fiber in your crime scene?
We encountered carpet fiber and dog hair.
carpet fiber and dog hair?
Yes, sir.
And were they analyzed to say, oh, this is carbon fiber and this is dog hair, or just eyeballed it?
I'm using your term, I eyeballed it. I observed it, looked at it, and documented it, and it was discussed with the lab.
Okay. And I'm not suggesting, I'm not trying to be
No,
quippy with eyeballing, just you observed it. And obviously there's a dog bed there, so that probably is not a bad conclusion, but we really don't know what's fiber and what's dog hair.
no, sir.
Okay.
That's the thing. If he had come in and he said, well, he was threatening her with the stabulator, and I shot, but the jerking around, or we both fired and accidentally, yeah, he would have gotten some, oh, that's manslaughter, but it's an accident. He's gonna get a little slap on the wrist and boo-hoo, at least you tried. Go over and slice her a bit with the stabulator after, so it looks like he was. But this concoction is way too complicated.
Now, the cell phones that we were just talking about, I think we saw the screenshots of them. So it would be Juliana's cell phone. Was there blood on Juliana's cell phone? Do you know?
I was not the original person who collected them, sir.
Okay. But it came to you guys?
The phones were, once they were collected by the detectives, went to computer forensics.
Okay. Gotcha. So you've never, other than just looking at what you saw today, you've never had the phone?
Just collecting the evidence. When I say collecting, the evidence, once computer forensics and everybody was done with it, it came to me, and then I would take it and add it into my inventory and then take it to the property room. So that, I think what you're asking is, did I ever physically open it up and go through them? No, I did not.
Okay. So you wouldn't know if there's blood on there or not?
No, sir.
Okay. I don't have any further questions,
All
Judge.
right, redirect.
Did you have any questions?
All right. Is this witness subject to recall? Yes. All right. Is he subject to recall? Okay, so you're free to go. Thank you. Thank you, Captain J. All right, your next witness?
The Commonwealth would call Matthew Niederreiter.
Could you turn your microphone on because I didn't quite hear the name?
Commonwealth would call Matthew Niederreiter.
Matthew Niederreiter. Matthew Niederreiter.
Swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this case under penalty of law. Thank you.
Could you vocalize your answer, please, sir?
Oh, yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'll just step right up. Make sure you speak clearly into the microphone.
Jamie, do you know that song from Frozen?
Which one?
The
The Let It
famous
Go
one.
song?
Yeah.
I hate it with a passion. But what's up?
This fella. Let it go, let it go. Just accept your hair's gone and let it flow. I don't get this. You have the white landing strip, and then at least cut the landing strip so it's equal instead of you have these little bumps on it.
I mean, you're close to being bald. Just let it go.
Yeah, it's
You
no.
clearly can see what your head looks like with no hair.
Yeah, and then he has the shaved up sides around the ears. I bet you he does it himself. He does yeah, I'm just gonna get a little short around the ears. Oh shit. Well, at least the rest is it's long and lushy. That's yeah.
Thank you.
When they say 4 weeks, it's everything. It's state and defense and deliberating. So it can be. We've had other cases where they said, "Well, this is going to be a 7-week case," and the state was done in like a week. And then we have other cases where they said, "This is going to be probably 2 weeks," and it was forever, forever. My husband and third oldest son went bald in their 20s. They just shaved their heads and it looks so much better. Yeah, when especially because he has the LeBron hairline, where it's all the way back here. I loved when LeBron had his his sweatband on and he kept moving it up to his hairline to try and cover it. And you can see he's cut his hair way too short on the sides. Just take it off. Kind of looks like a mullet in the back. Right now, Sue is sitting there and saying, "Oh my, what a handsome stud. A mustache and a mullet." Wow.
I mean, great combination.
Well, that's what they call a hottie in South Carolina. No, we have more South Carolinian people here today. I can't make fun of South Carolina, Jamie. Stop me.
Nah.
Good morning, sir. How are you? Oh, afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Great.
Can you please state and spell your name for the court record?
Matthew Niederreiter, Niederriter.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Niederreiter. What is it you do for a living?
I work at a window factory, and I sell windows and set up projects for people to do home improvements that has to do with windows and doors.
Oh, you're the one who
All
changed
right.
the windows.
I'm going to offer into evidence at this point in time Commonwealth's Exhibit 157.
Any objection to 157?
No, Your Honor.
All right, 157 in evidence.
And if I can have that displayed, please.
Yeah, Niedermeyer
Mr.
is
Niederreiter,
very
I'm going to ask you
German.
to take a look as I scroll through these documents. Do you recognize these materials?
Yes, this is all information from my company that I work at, the window factory.
All right, wonderful. And does it talk about a triple pane glass window option?
Yes.
Tell us about triple pane glass. What does it do?
I sell a lot of windows, and most people are happy with a double pane product that's very good for energy and such. And you can get regular glass where you can add to it sort of an energy coating that would make double pane windows very good and meet Energy Star type levels. When someone goes to a triple pane, that's another level, and that is a type of level where they're trying to do more than just protect the house from the sun.
What else does a triple pane window offer?
Most of the customers that I deal with that are looking in that direction are,
I'm gonna ask you,
Oh, no.
just to answer the
No, no.
question, what does a triple pane window offer?
oh, it
Come
would
on,
make the product,
Lady, this is his entire life. This man crash debates to paint to panes of glass. Oh, double. Oh, with a hot edge. Oh, triple. Oh. And he-
Insulated pane. I don't know. Maybe that's
Oh,
cool.
Yeah, and he just want to sit there and say, "Well, lady, did you know?" People who like the triple layer option are most likely Scandinavian because they live in very energy efficient houses and they are really looking out to save a little bit. And it's because of the argon krypton glass that makes the edge hot, so you don't have those cold bridges that'll get moisture build up and you can have a little bit of mold. He wants to give you the entire spiel, and you're just, hey, shut up. Just say it's soundproofing. Cock blocker. Yeah. He's a peacock. He needs to shine now. Come on now. He was ready and say, hey, everyone, if you need a good deal, double vinyl, whatever. He has a company shirt on, so you can find him later. But look at all of this. Argon krypton glass further decreases heating cost, tolerates more relative humidity, acts as an acoustic insulator, and you can get warm edge technology. Glass is touching the vinyl, not metal. Reduce heating and cooling costs, aesthetically appealing, reduces perimeter condensation, lower sound transmission. Don't tell me he hasn't had this pamphlet at home at night. And his wife is saying, "What are you doing in the garage?" And he says, "Nothing nefarious." Lady, you blocked him.
Baker going to bat for this guy.
Yeah. Well, this is the only. He has been dreaming about Windows since he was in college, Jamie. And now he's on national TV.
30% better in energy savings
Oh,
and noise level.
Jesus.
Okay, thank
Energy
you. And
savings.
I'm going to then ask the court to admit Commonwealth's Exhibit 158.
And you can tell she's
Any
just,
objection to
she's just shut
158?
up.
No, you're,
All right, 158 in evidence.
Mr. Niederreiter, again, I'll ask you to take a look at the documents on your screen. Do you recognize these documents?
Yeah, that is an invoice from our factory.
Okay, and as we scroll down, we see a number
It's because they put triple pane glass in the house, and the state claims this is to soundproof the house.
of windows were ordered on this invoice, is that correct?
Yes, a large amount of windows.
Okay, and was this for the Banfield home located at 13230 Stablebrook Way?
Yes.
Okay, and do you recall when those windows were installed?
43 windows. I'm sorry, this isn't good for their theory that, oh, he soundproofed the bedroom. No, he bought 43 new windows. So that's the entire house. That's what we would call an energy renovation in Denmark, getting at least double pane or triple pane glasses.
But when did he get these windows? Well before, right?
I don't know if it shows
Mm,
zip code.
that's a stretch to
salesperson.
think that he did it for this specific purpose.
Is there a date on any of it? 13th of August, the year before.
Okay.
And this happened in February, March. So yeah, it's not a direct correlation.
Is
No,
an,
it's kind of stupid.
Okay, way, when those windows.
I believe they were ordered in August and installed sometime in December.
Oh, okay,
All right.
December.
Thank you
Okay.
very much. I have no further questions of this
All right,
witness.
cross-examination.
But still, it's
Can you leave
plan.
the documents up?
That's a lot of planning. 4 months before.
That's a lot of money put into planning. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put windows in the whole house. It's expensive.
good afternoon, Mr. Niederreiter. My name
Tax
is
break?
John Carroll. If I ask you any questions that you don't understand, please stop me and ask me to ask the question again.
Yes, sir.
Understand? Okay. So you are a manufacturer of windows,
Yes, I work at a factory where we make our own products.
and what's your job?
I am in sales and project development.
Okay, and so in sales and project development, you're here testifying about this. I'm assuming you went out to the Banfield home?
Yes, I was there at least 3 times.
Okay, and this whole process started in early '22, correct?
Yes, approximately in end of January, early February of that year.
Okay, and so that would have been when you were first notified, or would that have been the factory was notified saying they're interested in looking at windows?
Yes, someone contacted the factory and said, I'd like a person to come out and give us a free quote.
And were you privy to that initial contact?
No, I was just told an address to go to.
So you don't know if it was Brendan Banfield or Christine Banfield?
I do not know that, yes.
Okay, and so the way it works with your factory is someone calls in and says, we're interested in windows.
Yes.
And then your job is to go out there and reduce, loss of heat by 30% or 50% or whatever it is that they want, correct?
Yes, I frankly just asked them what is important to them, and then I just measure.
Okay, gotcha.
This is a
And
long
do you
stretch.
recall when you went out to the house?
Oh, yes,
And when was that?
late January of that year.
Okay,
So that's when the process starts,
Okay.
that's the first thing I do is go to the home.
gotcha. And then you go there and, not to presume this, but you would measure all the windows that are going to be replaced?
Yeah, I have to walk the entire landscape of the house, in and out, and do a lot of measuring and counting.
Okay, and you did that?
Yes.
And this was a full window replacement on the house, correct?
When you say full, do you mean all the windows?
Yes.
Or do you mean, yes.
Okay. Okay, yeah, all the windows. And so how long would that take from the time that you first meet them to manufacture a full house worth of windows?
Well, there's several stages, meaning that I just start with a quote.
Gotcha.
And then it goes from there. If somebody actually orders, then from deposit to install could be any time between 8 to 12 weeks.
Okay, gotcha. So if I understand you correctly, you go out and do the initial measurements, you give them the quote, then it's in their court to contact you.
Yes, we may follow up with, do you have any questions? Are you still interested?
Gotcha. And do you remember who you spoke with in any of those follow-ups or anything like that before the August order?
Yes, I do.
Who was that?
Nobody really contacted me until July.
Okay, who
But-
was it who contacted you?
Brendan,
Brendan.
or the husband, I believe.
Okay, and did you meet him?
Oh, yes, of
Was
course.
this the person that you met?
Yes.
And you were aware that he was shopping it around with 7 other window places, correct?
Yes, they usually tell me that, hey, you're just one of many bidders.
Okay, and in this instance, you knew that to be the case, correct?
Well, sometimes people say that, and that isn't the case, but I always expect that.
You were told that, I guess I should say.
Yes.
Okay, and this was this in January when you first came out and measured, that you found that out?
There was more communication in July.
Okay, did you find out about other potential competitors in January when you came out to measure?
No.
Okay. Were you, okay, that's fine. And so we're talking about triple pane glass, and you indicated there's a 30% energy reduction, and there's certainly a noise component to it, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so in January of 2022, he was talking to you about noise, correct?
No.
Okay. He told you wanted triple pane, correct?
No.
Okay, so what was your quote that you based off of?
The initial quote was for the double pane energy glass window, a more of our standard
Okay.
style of window.
And that was what you went out on January 2022 to sell him?
Yes, that's what I went out to quote, and I think they believe they got the quote like early February.
Okay, and that was the quote was for double pane,
Double pane.
and it was increased to triple pane.
Yes.
Okay, and when you were talking about the quotes, was there any discussion of the pathway of Dulles Airport going over their house?
No.
Okay, was there any discussion of a fire house right next to their house, anything like that?
No, not to my knowledge.
So there was no discussion about noise at all?
There was a discussion of what would be the benefits in July of if somebody got a triple pane window and the cost associated with it.
Okay, but the specific noise, was there any discussion about that?
Not that I recall.
Okay. I don't have any further questions.
All right, redirect. All right, is this witness subject to recall? Is this witness subject to? No?
No.
Okay, you're free to go, sir. Thank you. Have a good day. All right, your next witness?
Judge, that would be Amy Shotwell.
Amy Shotwell.
He is gonna go to Windows Brokers Anonymous tonight and say, "You guys, you're not gonna believe this. Sit down. I got to mention our top of the line triple energy A window in a courtroom in Virginia. I'm picking up so much tail at the next Windows convention. There's gonna be all of the 5 ladies participating will be saying, "Oh my, I like the cut of your pants and your hair."
Oh my God.
But I think in Denmark it would be perfectly normal to get triple pane because again we do as much to conserve energy because we are very highly priced in energy. So we'll put extra insulation on our attics and we'll put in thicker windows and stuff like that. So for us, a triple pane would just be, oh, that's pretty smart. Yes, he had his company logo on. He's a player. He knows how to get the promotion.
Yeah, I would have done it too.
Yeah. When the Foreskins sends me to court, I'm gonna show up in my broken baker gear as well. my Grifter t-shirt will be on.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ma'am. Could you please state your name and occupation for the court report?
Yes, Amy Shotwell. I work at Silver Eagle Group in Ashburn
All right, how long have you worked at Silver Eagle Group?
since 2012.
Okay, so taking you back to February 24th of 2023, in the 3 to 4 months preceding February, were you employed at Silver Eagle?
Yes.
Okay, what do you do there?
Okay.
I should.
I am a manager. I'm the responsible party on the business's federal firearms license and the custodian of records for that purpose.
All right, and so did you provide us with some records for this
Yes.
case? Okay, I'm going to ask I'm going to ask the court to please admit Commonwealth's 159 into evidence.
Any objection to 159? All right, 159 in evidence.
All
Published.
right, Ms. Shotwell, if you'll take a look at these documents, I'm going to scroll through them. Do you recognize these documents?
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with number 1. What do we have here? A firearms transaction record. What does this tell us?
This is a federal form that is completed when a prospective purchaser of a firearm wants to take possession of it from a dealer. So it's a transaction between a dealer and an individual to purchase a firearm.
Okay. And looking here at page number 7, is that a continuation of that transaction record?
That is the background check that is used in conjunction with the federal form.
Okay. All right, and here on page 11, what do we have? Is this a record from your company?
This is a record from our check-in software at our front desk for customers who come in to use the range.
Okay, and so whose record is this?
Brendan Banfield.
Okay, and these check-in dates, are those the number of times that he appeared at your range?
Presumably.
Okay, and what do people do at your range? What
Shoot-
type of range is it?
Firearms shooting?
Okay.
Okay.
And we can see that he was present on October 29th and then again December 23rd, both in 2022. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What is this document here?
That is the receipt of payment for a firearm in conjunction with the federal form that you first showed me.
Okay, so this is a purchase for a Glock 43X pistol, is that correct?
Yes.
And that purchase was made on what date?
January 28th, 2023.
Thank you. All right, and we have another visit detail. Who is this one tracking the visits of?
Juliana Peres.
Okay, and she appeared on those same dates as Mr. Banfield, is that correct? October 29th and December 23rd of 2022?
It appears so.
All right. In your search of your business records, did you come across any record indicating that Christine Banfield had used the firing range?
I did not.
Or any record that Christine Banfield had accompanied her husband to use the firing range?
I did not find a record under that name.
Okay, thank you. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Cross-examination?
Good afternoon, Ms. Shotwell.
Good afternoon.
My name is John Carroll. If I ask any questions you don't understand, just let me know, please.
Mr. Carroll, could you raise your microphone up a little bit? You're just a little taller than
Yes,
Ms.
yes.
Sands. Thank you.
Who's Samuel Hummel?
He was an employee at Silver Eagle Group on the date that the firearms transaction
Okay,
occurred.
and he's because it says on the one of the forms that you were just looking at and you identified that he was the firearm transferor, correct?
He was the representative of the business. So the business information is on 1 page above his name as well. But yes, he was the employee who assisted.
And he's no longer there?
Correct. He's in Texas.
Okay, so the actual details of the firearm transaction, if my client were to say why he got it, anything like that, that wouldn't show in those records?
Why your client purchased a firearm?
Yeah,
There's
why,
no
or any sort of
reason.
discussion that went along with that?
There's none of that information included in that paperwork.
Gotcha. And the entrance and, I guess, there's no exit, there's just entrance records? That just shows from a computer printout that these are the days that these people went there, correct?
Yes.
And in order to find out if somebody else had gone with them on a certain date, we'd have to tell you what name and then try to line them up, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you were requested to get the records for Juliana Peres Magalhães and my client, correct?
Yes.
And so that's why those actions connect up.
Yes.
Now, would you have any knowledge as to whether the new firearm that was purchased in the purchasing record was ever used by Brendan Banfield or Juliana Peres Magalhães?
No, I would not have that
There would be
information.
no information to that?
Correct.
Okay. Would you have recognized my client?
No,
Okay, so you're just strictly the documents and these are the records and this is that? Okay.
correct.
Well, I won't ask you any questions you're not gonna have the answers for, so thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
All right, redirect? All right, I assume she's not subject to recall?
She is not subject to
Okay,
recall. Thank you.
You're free to go. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Your next witness?
Judge.
That's a real beard.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Could you first please state and spell your first and last name for us?
My name is Douglas Gudekunst, that's Douglas, Gudekunst, Gudakunst.
And can you tell us how you are currently employed?
I'm a fingerprint specialist with the Fairfax County Police Department.
And are you assigned to any specific division within the police department?
Yes, our section is referred to as Novaris.
Is Novaris an acronym?
Yes, it stands for the Northern Virginia Regional Identification System.
And how long have you been a fingerprint examiner for Novaris?
It will be 8
We'll just catch up because this is
fingerprints we're looking at.
But-
And something. Yes, I have.
How many times? How many?
It is a reproduction of the ridges found on the surfaces of our hands, and also our feet, but primarily our hands. When you touch an item, you leave that reproduction behind, but it's not readily visible. That's why it is latent. It needs to be processed in some way to be made readily visible.
And what does a fingerprint examiner do with a latent fingerprint?
In our office, we receive them already processed. We don't do the processing ourselves. So we receive latent fingerprint evidence from the police department. We assess them for quality. We can search them through different databases that we have access to of known fingerprints, and we can compare those fingerprints to the response list that we get, as well as compare them directly to requested subjects.
And are there any complexities in working with latent prints?
Yes, they can be very complex. They are not all automatically very good quality latent prints. When you touch something, it doesn't necessarily leave a latent print. It may. That latent print can be very small, very fragmented, very low quality, unable to visualize clearly, and different processing methods can also degrade those qualities and make them less helpful or useful.
And are there different levels of details to a fingerprint?
Yes, we classify the levels of detail that we look at in a tiered system, 1, 2, and 3, in smaller and smaller granularity. Level 1 detail is an overall flow of the ridges, the pattern type. Level 2 detail is going to be independent ridge path, where we watch one particular ridge and we can see it doing a thing, either stopping or splitting. And then level 3 is going to be those even smaller than that. This ridge has a pore here, or is thick, or is thin, or different characteristics on the very edge of the ridge. Those are level 3 detail.
And can you tell us what a known fingerprint is?
A known fingerprint is an intentionally recorded reproduction of the friction ridge skin on the hands, or sometimes the feet, that is taken intentionally and under controlled circumstances with traditionally ink. Modern days, most of them are done electronically, but still ink is occasionally used, where ink is applied to the hand, and then the hand is touched to the contrasting paper or the scanner with no ink. And then those are kept as a known sample of the friction ridge skin of that person.
And what do you do when you compare latent prints to known prints?
We have a process that we call ACE-V. So when we get a latent print, the first thing we do is assess or analyze that single print in isolation. Is it a fingerprint? Which way is towards the tip of the finger? What is the pattern type? How is it processed? How much detail do I see? And at that point, we usually make a decision. This is of value for comparison, or this is not of value of comparison, or it may be a limited value for comparison. Once we've assessed that print and analyzed it, we then do a side-by-side comparison. That is the C in the ACE-V, where we look for similarities and differences. We note how similar or how different the spatial relationship between this branch of ridge is 3 ridges away from that branch of a ridge, and they're all working as a constellation together. After we've completed our comparison side by side, we weigh the information that we've discovered in that whole process. We evaluate it, E in ACE-V,
and we make a decision. Those decisions are three types, either an identification, and that the two fingerprints did.
I thought accountants were boring. Fingerprint expert might be. At least the guy before was really into rayon glass and sugar coating and everything. This guy's just.
So boring.
Boring.
Originate from the same source, an exclusion where those two fingerprints did not originate from the same source, or an inconclusive where we aren't able to make either of those determinations for many reasons. Then that process, those cases are given to another qualified fingerprint examiner who verifies it, the V, which is the same process that is ACE. So it's really ACE with two different people, so ACE and V.
And in this case, did you receive latent prints during the investigation?
Yes, I did.
How many of those latent prints were suitable for comparison?
In the initial submission, there was multiple versions of a single latent print that were suitable for comparison.
And in this case, did you obtain known prints?
Yes, I did.
How many sets of known prints did you obtain?
I obtained 4 sets of known prints.
And did you obtain prints from Joe Ryan and Christine Banfield?
Yes, I did.
And where and when did you obtain their prints?
I obtained them at the medical examiner's office on, I believe it was February the 28th.
And how did you obtain their prints?
I went to the medical examiner's office and I used ink and paper to collect the known prints.
And the known prints, did you obtain known prints from Brendan Banfield and Juliana Peres Magalhães?
Yes.
And where and when did you obtain their prints?
I obtained those at the
Haiti,
County
that
Public
was
Safety Headquarters,
more than just
on
a sales
March the
pitch.
2nd.
That
And
was
how did you obtain their prints?
Also with ink and paper.
Did you compare the latent print in this case to the known prints of Christine Banfield, Juliana Peres Magalhães, Joseph Ryan, and Brendan Banfield?
Yes, I did.
And after comparing these items, did you draw any conclusions?
Yes, I did.
With regard to Christine Banfield and Juliana Peres Magalhães, what did you conclude?
That the single latent print in this case that I looked at for this was not from either of those hands.
And with regard to Joseph Ryan and Brendan Banfield, what did you conclude?
It was inconclusive to a single finger from each of those people.
And the latent print that you were asked to compare to the known prints, where did that come from?
The item that I received is a CD with digital images on it. The digital images were titled knife and then number dash number. So this was, the one I used was knife 3-3.
Thank you. I don't have any further questions. Mr. Carroll is going to have some
All right,
questions.
cross-examination. Cross-examination.
Good afternoon, Mr. Gudkins.
Good afternoon.
The known fingerprints that you received from my client was on March 2nd, 2024, correct?
I believe so.
I think that's what you just said.
Which, I don't remember if it was 20.
Hello. Hello. Did my computer just crash?
I don't know. Thought you paused it.
No, my camera is also dead. What
Uh-oh.
happened?
24, 23, I'd have to check the card.
I'm sorry, 23.
I'm back.
That makes more sense.
Okay, and you were there, my client was there, and he basically gave you access to his hands, and you took it down on a print card, correct?
More or less, yes,
So
that's correct.
the ink and the pad, and then you put it onto an actual print card or something that you work with?
Yes.
Okay, and so you had an opportunity to meet him at that time, correct?
Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
I think so.
And was there any difficulty in getting that print from him?
No.
Okay. Now, specifically regarding the three, I guess, characterizations. I guess number one you said was a known match. what was the
Oh,
first?
for the conclusions, you mean?
Yes, yes.
So we have three conclusions. One of them is called an identification. which is,
Identification, okay.
And the other is an exclusion, and then an inconclusive, which is neither of those.
Okay, and you indicated there's numerous reasons for that, correct?
Yes.
Now, is there other than the fact that your test was inconclusive, are there other, is there anything else to draw from that other than that particular determination is that it's inconclusive?
No.
Okay, so there's no inference one way or another?
Correct.
Okay. Now, you did fingerprint analysis on other items of investigatory material in this case, correct?
There were additional fingerprints that were submitted to me, yes.
Okay. And is it fair to say that if they seek a fingerprint
I don't know if he's condescending.
match or the opportunity to see if it's been identified, they would do something to get the evidence to you in order to have the known print or the latent print?
I'm not following, I'm sorry.
So for example, if there was like a safe that they wanted to check fingerprints on, would you go to the crime scene lab and get something to see, something so that you could have a latent print? I'm just asking because you had said that you went to crime scene or you went to wherever.
I went to the medical examiner's office.
Okay, the medical examiner. If there was pieces of evidence where you were asked to get fingerprints for, would you go to the crime scene to get if in fact something was there at crime scene?
No, that would fall under someone else's responsibility.
Okay, so you wouldn't be the one who did that, just in terms of the medical examiner, you would go to them?
Correct, yeah, in this case, I went to collect the fingerprints from the
Okay.
decedents.
So it would be incumbent on the
No, I
Fairfax
think
County Police
he's
to
a private.
find the latent, put the latent into a form in which you could work with, and then you would then analyze it to determine what it was you needed in order to identify it, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Was there ever anything done?
Why are we going on about an inconclusive fingerprint? Did I miss
I
where
don't
he
know.
said this is the smoking gun?
You got me.
We don't know whose fingerprint it is, but did you ever test if it was not this guy's? Well, we don't know because we don't know whose it is. But are you sure it's not his? We don't know. It's like yesterday with all the messages.
Relating to any cell phones in this case?
I don't recall ever receiving any latents from a cell phone in this case.
Okay. Were you asked to do any sort of fingerprint examination on any laptops in this case?
No.
Okay. What about a gun safe? Were you asked to do that by anyone in forensic science?
No, not in this case.
Okay. Now, were you asked to do an analysis of prints on a letter that was
Objection.
received?
What's the objection?
Judge, this goes beyond the scope of direct and assumes facts that are not in evidence.
Oh, overruled, go ahead.
Were you asked to examine a letter as part of an investigation that would have started in around June of 2025?
Yes, I was provided with some processed letters that did exhibit friction ridge marks.
Okay. And so there were marks on there, correct?
Yes.
And were you able to identify any of those marks, or were you waiting for further from the Fairfax County Police?
I was waiting for additional known exemplars from the people that are known to have touched the letter before I continued the examination.
Okay. And did you ever receive those things?
I did not.
Okay. And so is that investigatory request just not done?
I made it known that I needed the exemplars to continue several times. I was never scheduled to go and get them.
Now, you and I talked or had an opportunity to have a phone meeting.
What's going on with my PC today? Hello?
sometime in November, I believe. Is that correct?
I don't remember if it was November, but I remember talking to him
Okay,
about.
and that was a follow-up for one that we were supposed to have in October that I was in a trial and I couldn't get
That
to.
sounds correct, yes.
Okay. When was the last time you heard from the detective from the Fairfax County Police regarding this particular item that needed to be examined prior to our meetings?
I reached out a couple of times. It was prior to your meetings. I don't recall the last one. I did speak with him afterwards as well.
Okay.
So after that time.
Would that have been in this year or in the last,
It would have been last year.
okay, would it have been around the October timeframe that we were talking?
No, because it would have been after I actually spoke with you, which
Okay.
was in November, I would think.
And did anything else get done?
Not by me.
Were you provided anything by the Fairfax County Police?
I was not.
Okay. I don't have any further questions.
Redirect?
And the exemplars that you were waiting for before you continued any examination of this letter, you were waiting for those exemplars from Mr. Carroll's office staff, isn't that correct?
That's my understanding, yes.
And you've never been given them?
No.
Thank you.
All right, is this witness subject to recall? Nope, that's, okay. Is witness subject to recall?
No, Your Honor.
Is he subject to recall? Is a possibility, okay. Since you might be subject to recall, I just want to remind you not to discuss your testimony with, since you might be subject to recall, I just want to remind you not to discuss your testimony with anybody, and you're still under the rule for witnesses, okay, sir?
Okay.
All right, thank you. You're free to go for today, though. All right, would this be a good time for lunch? Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll go ahead and take our lunch break then until 2 o'clock. Again, just don't do any outside research, and please don't discuss this case with anybody, okay? Thank you.
Jesus Christ, this has been boring. Well, I like the guy with all the pictures. But fingerprint guy was boring.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then his lawyer getting in there was just boring too.
Yeah.
All right, so 2 o'clock then, or anything else we need to discuss? We're good for 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock, Mr. Carroll? All right, 2 o'clock, thank you.
Well, nothing really new today. Again, it's just good, solid building blocks put into the wall that will be the defense's case or the state's case. And the defense attorney on the other side with his little mallet trying to knock down the wall, and it's not really working. I don't think he lands any punches, Jamie. Am I wrong or?
No, I'm not getting any like, oh, that's a good question at all with this guy.
Yeah, because it's constantly, and you're thinking, what's going on? Where you going? Because normally at this point we know, okay, he's gonna try and emphasize this part or that part, and I know he's asking about the gun safe to say, well, they never searched for fingerprints on this, so they couldn't say that that it was only Christine and Juliana. I don't remember her name. The nanny who used it.
Yeah.
My boy never touched it, but they didn't want to search for fingerprints, so they never did an investigation. Yes, I think that's where he's going, but it's not landing because you have this mountain of bullshit he's saying, and then you have this little piece. And yes, I've been thinking about it because I'm zoomed out. I'm just sitting here thinking, where the hell is he going? And I think this is what he's trying to do. Defense running into a wall with wearing a helmet. Well, it feels more like without wearing a helmet. He's not getting smarter. He hasn't caused any reasonable doubt yet. No, the only thing that he seems to want to bring up is my boy didn't touch the computer. He never sent those messages, or you just flipped on him because you were offered money for your commissary. That's the two things that I kind of think that he's trying to go with down there.
But I don't think he's winning anything with it. That's the thing. It's like, yeah, I see exactly what you're saying. There's trying to be like,
Yeah.
it wasn't, but I don't think he's fooling anybody. He's not. if you're going to be a lawyer, you got to have some kind of oomph.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Even when you have a bad case, you can be a good lawyer.
Yeah.
Again, it's the good old, if you have the facts, pound the facts. If you don't have the facts, pound the table. If you don't have the table, pound the nanny. I think that's how it goes.
Good one.
I was almost about to say pound Farrell, but I thought, nah, she has
Baker.
78 kids to begin with, so that's why she's on FetLife now.
Oh my God.
I think he knows he's fooled, but is trying ineffective counsel and all of that. Well, he remembered his own name, so ineffective counsel is out of the window. And yes, you only have as good a case as the client you're working with. And he's trying. It's kind of Elaine. I'm trying, Your Honorship. I'm trying. So, but I don't think it's working in my opinion. But I'm gonna go make myself some dinner. You should all go and make yourself some lunch, because it's probably not going to be over till 5 o'clock. So make sure you have stacked up on your coffee. You have some good slow burning carbs in your stomach so you don't fall asleep. And join us back for part 2 in roughly about an hour-ish. So,
Woo.
yeah. He needs to make us believe that Juliana could have done this on her own, and that's not working. No, because he didn't land any punches yesterday. Any punches. That's the angle he should have gone with after you took money for your commissary to tell your story. You're a gold digger, aren't you? You just wanted Brennan for the green card and the green stacks. That's the way he should have gone. And I know everyone always say, oh, you shouldn't go too hard, especially when it's women. He should have Farrell slapped the crap out of her on the stand to show, oh, she's such an evil woman. That would have been better than what he did yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. No pounding Farrell, thanks. Sure,
Yeah.
Ken, sure.
Oh my gosh.
We know how Farrell is, Jamie. You don't have to cover for her. What testimony from yesterday should you go from today should you go watch? Go back and look at the crime scene stuff. You see a lot of blood. You don't get. There was a little bit about the positioning and stuff like that. You could go back and watch that. No, the whole morning wasn't trash, but there was some of it that was kind of okay. But the only question I had after was, why the hell would you put the doggy's food bowl right on the bottom of the stairs? That's a health hazard.
I love that you fixate on such goofy things
You
sometimes.
know I get bored, and then my brain is just picking up stuff, and I'm sitting here thinking, that's a health hazard. And there's a kid down there and everything. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But, Jamie, we're going to sign off and come back. And, yeah.
All right, everyone. Be back here in an hour. Bye.
I need more tabs open. No, I need to restart my PC. I don't know why it all of a sudden start freezing. Maybe I need to start my internet. But that's
do.
weird. It hasn't done that before. But we'll figure it out. We'll see you all in about an hour. Thank you so much for watching the morning show. Come back for the afternoon spectacular, where I will promise you that if the defense attorney gets way more sped up and interesting, Jamie will show you how to.
I'm Jimmy. How y'all doing?
I know English is your second language, but you don't word
It's
your
my
questions
third,
carefully.
but I'm still better at it than you. You are
The most important people in this case that everybody seems to have forgotten in this room is the jury. So we're going to take a 15-minute break and both sides take a pregnant pause and think about the jury.